more time here.
What part?
Just take that right there. Act like my man takes my seat right there. Do this for me one more time.
Word. It's your brother Ja. Welcome y'all to the event feature of Ja. Take time away and travel your galaxy. Cut off position you intend to take. When you return, it's tragedy. Weaken the wicked with a well-placed stone. No need to fortify. My abyss absorbs your home, your zone, your clones, where you roam, and your brightness, and your robots who appear in my likeness. All praise to His Highness. Melt you King Midas. Assemble troops like Titus. Hold it like dust. Our rust is reformed into the dust to which sons are born. So ill, you know, in my eyes. Mind Jim. Watch Loki dematerialize, spiritualize the earth to crush flatbreads. Locks of death is what the crap says. They don't know how old they got con to shaving short. Oh, what a saving sport. Word into your dimensions port. Come find out why I'm TK. Telekinesis thesis reaches out in this way. The truth and the life in my sight. Build altars and view star light. Demolish altars who want to fight. Then bow before my lock of the dot. He warned me of sorcerer cops who fear chop and sell poison crops. Watch, I kill my own self before the heart. My degree is enterprise chart. Enter eyes like gleam off a sword. Set on fire, you're my Ali Lord. Sun Tzu gave me that. It funded the map over ravines, down the creek. Horses and streets, Nordic meat as a woolly coat. Saw Jab fight, taught him to throw a rope. Too many drown and books lose hope. I realize I'm sober. My self-knower is a soldier who told me he is the torch, smolder, and reach the field and do it backwards. That is, reach the field and smolder the torch is he who told. Y'all crash like Steve McQueen. Lift the fifth on your money team. Killer priest, traverse dreams. Sniper warnings of killer bees. Oh, about that situation. Switching hand placement. Grandma, since ancient, she give thanks and tell you about Joseph. Told them to wait outside in this. Your Yaakov gotta be about father business. Share it as the meek shall inherit. Cats didn't listen when I told them I prepare it. Loops of the swift chariot. Elisha marriage. Chock full of despair. And when Jah returned, he dipped water and burned. My time frames have sharp corners. That stab box heads and joiners. Corners out of the board show examples to the students. Orcas in the hordes forced to swim through sewage. Goddamn, your words are challenging. Wearing gifts you was lavishing, looking dashing as the crowd's grabbing. Rope chains, bangles, and body kicks. Hoodies with rose gold zips. Woolly butter leather matching gloves. Women on the leather cause she loves. Bless y'all who can make the journey. Guard and glowing. Ask your attorney. Serpents with broke heads on gurneys. Youth and priest cells learning. Desire burning as elders churning. Then she give you a bit to take. See how the hard work put a shine to your face, to your faith. Far from the wrath of grapes, or the farcy hate, or the obscene fakes. End up in a mean gene place. From heights view a major gift. Y'all more confused than fans of Taylor Swift. Time to time, take a slip. Show how much you know when I'm found relaxed in a Gondor bungalow. Sister bros, no.
I don't believe these people. They fronting on me after all the business I done gave them, man. You know what I'm saying?
Look, sneaker genius, we're over here trying to rehearse.
Rehearse?
Yes.
Why don't you put a little rap in it like my man
The time's at hand, exposed corpse from the sand. We ruled the land and it sprout great food. Nobody wants to lose, nor is it something you choose. But niggas be on Tom Cruise. Some black actors who promote bachelors, not even listening when I ask you. Take lessons from the older rap groups. My meditations rock the nations. Hurt your stomach like the smell of bacon. Out with a mason and eat up they snakes. Seem too easy and you go astray. How much time do we have to wait to pray before the hunger pains lead the way? Seeing Kana burn his own face. That's what you get when holiness misplaced. Duck face devils claim pyramids where octagons get inked like squid. Know where I live, where Pegasus is. Best to miss when the bones grate. Slow taste like Bueller in case. Nymphs hate my blade break. Put you to the burning gate. Alive and well living action do tell. Smooth as rails, especially when Henry finished. My rhyme scheme is called Do Not Diminish. While youth remain timid. Sandbar to sandlot. Football stars caught. Wars are candid. Red knot. Change colors under warm water. Bathtubs, she used expensive scrubs for daughters. Catch you like the last pass. Snagged on grass, had to move fast in the face of a siren's blast. Yet sit here in this tab. Round up mutants like Boulevard trash. Same date, do not crash. Munch you down like corned beef hash. Burglars work up to task. Ask share about math. Expect response craft. Understanding the past. Facing Yahweh. First to last. Expose heathens like Prince and Chap. What up, Nat? You gotta get a hold of that.
Peace.
Yeah. Rock with me. Again. Wake up early like I was told. Hard to move, feeling old. Dreams of corona scare the shit out of me. It's like radiation frequencies attacking me. Some hack a slim, drowning like they can't swim. Frozen morgues caught on film. People feeling overwhelmed. Gone all the days we walk on Elm. Now I'm trying to avoid spam and keep the diet kosher. Smells good when the meat's on smoker. Or some of that guava jelly spread on bread like toaster. What kind of setup from the composer? How's the symphony gonna end up sounding? The highs and lows have been astounding. Trying to surround myself with harmony and balance. Feel I'm getting too old for the challenge. Violent minds are ready to be set free. Plague of society on killing sprees. Is that infinity? Paying no mind to eternal being. Kenny knew about the islands in the stream. We all gotta know when to fold them. Some sooner than others. Never made it to years golden. Exhausted as I reflect on life. Yet to a child with life. It's amazing how much brain power is used. To ponder, to think, to wander. We just want to live but can't get sponsors. We ain't trying to be fame monsters. We want healthy lives. Capitalism makes it possible for dreams to die. In some cases, dreams can thrive. When we say we ride, are we mindful of potential fuckery? It's only in this wisdom do I find my luxury. Tired of the hustling, gotta believe. Stress from the temple. You need your life pops like that fresh breeze through the window. Hey yo. Feel like the savage land and I'm so wrong. Got Donald Trump looking like a moron. They from Utah like Maroney. Playing saxophone like Clinton and them cronies. My homies know where I come from. Y'all hit the earth, it's like dum-da-dum-dum. Y'all love the sun when it don't burn, man. The heat ready to take a turn, man. The battleship leaves many urns. Work hard to earn, then you learn. We come from slaves and chitlin eaters. Hell man want to exploit features. It's Stan Lee, true believers, the Reavers. Originally after Wolfie. Tap you on the skull, man. Hiding in more disguises than Tracy All, man. What they say is good to know, man. Respect the mind like a volcan. The rhymes stacking cylinders like columns. Y'all steady after precious like Gollum. Many say got 'em. Lyrically informed and jot 'em. Possum, ass cats get eaten. Even Munch through the goo used to creaking. You were creaking like hearing Kushner speaking. A whole family bloodied up and leaking. Seen it like a movie in my head. Used to smoke the doobie till it's dead. Now expose usury from the feds. See me on the next TED. Lay the speech out like a spread. Hey yo, jump from the head. Yeah.
Giving this back on the top. Never settle down. This all faces to the most.
Southern World franchise. Taking us back. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
And with our easy payment plan, $19.75 a month.
Back at y'all asses again. See, all shit, we got 3 motherfuckers up in here. All right, that's what's up. Yo, it's the Ruben night. I'm gonna chime as soon as I get home. Yeah, because you part of this video. You up in this motherfucker. You up in this video and shit. You can be up in this motherfucker. Yeah, get your ass on here. The cleaner. The goddamn cleaner. Coming through like Mr. Bookman and shit. Clean the motherfuckers up. That's right. Killer be the goddamn Wishfinder fucking general. Back at y'all motherfucking asses again. Shit. Oh, shit. I gotta get my shit to burn. Hold on a second. I gotta get my incense. Get my motherfucking incense, motherfucker. Got my motherfucking incense. About to tell y'all to tear them niggas up today. Ah, shit. Back on the bullshit. Man, I'm tired of these motherfuckers, yo. Like, real talk. These motherfuckers some clown-ass motherfuckers. Yo, I'm a fucking star. Straight up. I'm the motherfucking man. I'm the motherfucking man. All these niggas and shit. It's fucking like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 string ass motherfuckers. I'm the motherfucker. All right, I gotta learn that shit from now on. I gotta learn that motherfucker. This motherfucker still on? Is this bitch still on? All right, well, fuck it. I think it's that. It's all good. Wait, I don't know what the fuck happened. That's weird. Anyway, it says 3 people watching there. Let's see what's going on. Let me see, make sure y'all think what the fuck happened. That's weird. Anyway, it says 3 people watching. All right, do y'all hear the words that is coming out of my mouth? Y'all hear the words that is coming out of my mouth. Yeah, I'm about to act the fool tonight. Shit, so this is definitely going to be a good one. Act the motherfucking fool. Learn these niggas, man. Yo, these some stupid ass motherfuckers out here. For real. This shit makes me feel great about myself. This shit makes me feel great. Like, I really feel like I'm winning. And shit, because there's some stupid ass niggas and shit out here. We got motherfucking grown ass, super big motherfucking channels and shit that ran out of content and looking at my ass and shit, trying to get a new wave and shit. But shit, I'm the only surfer on this motherfucker. You got the SVDL motherfuckers and shit. And I just like, yo, it's crazy. Like any of these black motherfucking blackity black channels I turn on, it's just fucking me within the first like 3 minutes, right? I want to get into some crazy shit. We're gonna get on the Hebrew Israelites. I hope Naked Street Spill stop by. We got the Reubenite and shit about to come up on here, chop shit up with me, right? So I want to get into this thing first before I get into the business. I want to get this shit out of the way. This is some old crazy monkey ass shit right here, right? It just shows what y'all dealing with, right? Oh, you gotta say that. Yeah, you gotta say that motherfucker right there. Okay, here we go, right? Share this motherfucking screen. This is monkey ass shit. I want to show y'all how stupid shit was even back in the day. How stupid niggas was and shit, right? Share this motherfucking screen. All right. Share this motherfucker right here, right? Mr. Crowdy, right? Great Hebrew Israelite leader. Right? Just listen to this shit. I ain't got to read this whole motherfucker, right? What got me on this shit just before, like 10 minutes before the show and shit, right? Oh, shit. What the fuck is that shit? Wow. That's deep. Wait, yo. Wow. Wow. That's even deeper than I thought. Holy shit. All right. We about to get it in. We about to get this motherfucker in. About to get this motherfucker in. Right? Check this out. Elijah the prophet. William Crowdy. Everybody know who all y'all Israelite fucking nutcases and shit. No William problem, right? That's somebody coming in my house. What up, ODB? He looking at me. Come on, man. Yup, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Right? He's like, man. Right? This nigga. I looked at this shit because they just got a grant, right? From a private company. Got a grant for like $3,500 to help, I guess, maintain the original church, I guess, or something like that, right? And now I look, I'm going to get into what I just saw now in a minute, right? Let me tell you a little bit about this one, right? William Saunders Crowley, a great preacher, world evangelist, right? This is from their own website, y'all. This is from their own motherfucking website, right? I'm going to get down to it. The year 1847, right? Saw days of racial, political, and religious upheaval, right? You know, they're going to doctor this shit up because they talking about, say, black people. They're going to exaggerate a little bit, shit, right? So, education across the United States, however, God kept his promise according to Daniel 7, all right, blah, 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 and sent us a prophet. There was a yearning for a better life in a way of religion, and this was not conforming to any particular race, country, or creed, but was a need voiced by humanity in general. Based on the past religious writings, there was known of something better that mankind had lost: direct communication. Right? Let me get on to this. All right, here we go. A baby boy was born to slave parents, Basil, Sarah, and Crowley. Right? Blah, 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 1847. The baby was called Wilson and grew up on a slave plantation where his mother was a cook. He was fat and well fed. He was fat, little boy, right? Little Wilson was often used as a houseboy to help his mother with the management of the house. But God had designed something better for him. According to Amos 3 and 7, it was in the days before the Civil War when a lonely Negro was the prey of any white man that happened to see him, right? One would nettle a Negro in some way or another and made him fight or beat him almost to death. Whether he fought or not, the slave was supposed to get the worst of him. For Wilson, it was another way around. Once in an altercation of this kind, Wilson was caught when he struck his tormentor so that he fell. He immediately became afraid due to consequences, should things be known. The very day, 1963, he ran away from home, hiding for cover in swamps and shit, and got his way up to the north, right? Blah, 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 right? For approximately 40 years, he was lost with his family. During the time, he changed his name to Wilson Sanders Crowley and joined the army between 1863 and 1864. And he joined the military. All right. He fought for the cause of freedom in the Civil War. When the war was over, he was mustered out to the western parts of the United States. Like many other veterans, he purchased land, buying some of the 100 acres near Guthrie in central Oklahoma. He remained in Guthrie over 25 years, right? Time he joined the Baptist Church. He was ordained deacon. Around 1890, he moved to Kansas City, was employed as a cook in a hotel, owned and operated by Santa Fe Railroad. While there, he fell in love and married Lovely Yates Higgins and resided with his mother-in-law. Shortly after the birth of their child, Crowley and his family returned to the farm of Guthrie, Oklahoma, right, where he supplemented his income as a cook. He returned to the Baptist Church and resumed his activities as a deacon in Quorum of the chores. Will, as he was known, built a lovely house, right? Oh, fuck. See, the Most High put a demon on that nigga. That's why they got him out. He got a demon out. He got a demon out. The Most High fucking him up. I tell you, I swear for God, the Most High fucking him up. Just look at him. He can't find his battery. Hold on 1 second. Most High fucking gets his boy. He got a demon off. He got a demon off. I got the demon off. He got the demon off of him, huh? All right, right? Motherfucker had a house and shit, the kids and all that bullshit. Right? Lovely taught the little boys to cook. Let me show y'all still in this bitch. All right, y'all still up in this bitch. Oh, Unity goes, got the fuck on out of here. This nigga. Well, Lovely taught his little boys to cook and keep house and to look after themselves because both parents were in town working for the betterment of their lives, right? The venture of all occurred in 1893. The father and happy-go-lucky Will, whom everybody loved, began to act strangely and often didn't know when people were talking to him. Y'all hear this, right? The father and happy-go-lucky Will, whom everybody loved, began to act strangely and often didn't know when people were talking to him, but would sit staring for longer and longer periods of time. Sometimes his lips were moving, but no sound was coming out. His wife thought that this was a result of too much carousing with his brothers, right? And brothers, right? We can know what the brothers is, whom she accused of making her husband drink when she was not at home. She asked him to give up the lodge meetings. Y'all hear that? For he was an ardent Mason, but he had really not attended his meetings in quite a while. Right? Man was a Mason, traveling man, right? Traveling man. The man was losing his goddamn motherfucking mind. Motherfucker went crazy. And y'all thinking this nigga a prophet. This strange look, see, look, I wonder who this is. The cleaner up in this motherfucker. Got the cleaner in the building, goddamn. The cleaner.
Yo, what's up, y'all? What's up?
Cleaners and shit. Got all that shit.
Shalom.
Shalom,
Yeah,
bro.
man. Yeah, I'm on my way home, you know what I'm saying? Stuck in traffic. But I just want to say something out there to those who may be watching this broadcast. As an Israelite, man, you understand? I'm very ashamed of how Judah Natzarah has become. And Torah Nights. Because people like myself and Killer B, we are the first class. You know, we came in when Kanah was there, you know, David Israel, you know. And just the years past, seeing this shit go by, seeing what he has become, it's real sad. But you know what? He can't say that brothers didn't warn him. He can't say that brothers wasn't trying to be brotherly to him. He can't say that brothers was applying Torah when it came to certain judgments and certain consequences being thrown down. The problem with cats like him and other so-called leaders in Israel is that when they get to a certain plateau in their knowledge, they think that can't nobody tell them nothing. They think that nobody can correct them.
Yep. And
that's why the scripture says that when a man thinketh himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth his own self. So that's why, and let this be a lesson to the other Israelites coming up. Be humble. Study the scriptures, keep the commandments. It's that simple. You ain't got to kiss nobody ass. Okay? You ain't got to let nobody use you. You ain't got to let nobody deceive you. Study for yourself. Study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, not unto man.
Yep. Absolutely. So, when I was reading him, he dropped a thing here about William Crawford. I guess they were trying to protect their, or I guess maybe home or church or something like that. $2,500 from this private company. This made me go article on Crawford, right?
Right.
What I'm reading here, the man blamed his lives brothers for all his drinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which he thought as, but they said the man began to act strange and often didn't know what people was talking to him, but was scared for longer and longer periods of time. Sometimes it was moving, but no sound was coming, right? Now, I growing up in school and stuff, he used to do that. He'd be sitting there in his desk, he'd be saying his name, that nigga is sitting there. Let's be moving this shit. like not talking, but doing some weird shit. Right?
Right.
Like he was a good friend, my best friend. But now, brother lost his son. Not like he's sick. Like, you know what I mean? Like real mental, like he has a real mental illness. And that shit, medication, all to the point you always be scared of him. I know boys, it seems like he's unpredictable. Like he acts and stuff. He can talk to you normal. Nigga, like, nine out there. Wrong. Like, you know what I mean? And
Right.
in here, and it says that sometimes it's good. His wife thought this was her husband when she was not home. She asked him to give up lodging, for he was already racist. But we stop here because all y'all Hebrews out there talking about all races. But everyone, you go to Ford, you go to Rowdy, you go to Matthews, all the motherfuckers, every goddamn one of them was a Mason. It was studying a Rosa.
Yep.
Every one of them. Said, but he had 49 pictures. I don't know. His strange behavior was actually a series of divine to which William X. Price achieved destruction about the belief in the manner of Christ. Right? And his strange, now this is their website. Says his strange behavior was actually a series. Now they telling you what his strange behavior was. They ain't got no motherfucking diagnosis, no doctor, no psychiatrist, none of that shit, right? Now they just saying this. They telling you this. This is what the code do, right? He established the church, and the command was so awakening, said the prophet, that one could not resist his calling. He did resist at first, but became obedient to his calling due to the will of God. Shortly after his revelation, the prophet began to preach on the streets of Guthrie, converting and baptizing people as he went. The prophet organized the first tabernacle of Emporia and the second at Lawrence. The prophet met with much opposition from the authorities and some of his listeners. But he realized coming back to true teachings of God, which is a day. Those that and patriots here in their day. As he strove to establish the doctrine, gathered law, the house of Israel. Right? Now, this is a quote. He said, I am not alive. I'm telling the spirit of the life. Right? Now, I didn't read the rest of it. I stopped here. Already motherfuckers. I'll put this motherfucker. Sorry, I can read it for yourself. Y'all take this fucking line. So you go to Google, y'all can look at it. Now I want to show you something that this picture right here. Now let's see if we got some more. Hold on. Let's see if we got some.
Yeah, man.
Watch this shit, yo. Watch this. Show you. I know what picture. Listen.
Hey, yo, Killer, I'm gonna go on mute because I'm still on the road trying to get to the crib. So right. I'm still in though. So if I don't respond, I got my phone then.
Right on. All right. If y'all can see this, you see that picture? What them motherfuckers look like they wearing? Look at the men in the back, in the winter. Look at the white gloves. That's Eastern Star and Masonic attire. All right, man. That's a little prefix to my show and shit. So we get this shit out of the way. Holy fucking shit, man. All right, let's get to the next dumb fucking monkey shit right here, right? Let me get to the monkey shit. Yeah, this is great. I only take 3 minutes. 3 minutes. You go on one of these black sites. 3 minutes. This is what you can get hit with. Now, This is a debate league that's supposed to be intelligent, well-learned, and studied scholars debating their claims and shit on SVDL debate league, right? Soul Vision debate league, right? Look at this monkey ass shit they got up on this motherfucker. Take it there, I'll back it up, man. Look at this. Oh, yo, a few minutes. All it took. Watch this. Listen to this shit. See, I'll probably start right here.
He said he couldn't use no more.
See, back then, they would use it. Back then,
for hundreds of years already.
They used what you can call star navigation, which means if you studied the cosmos, if you knew this star would be right in this spot at a certain time of year, you can use that star to navigate your home every time. But if you don't and you just going off it, you'll have to be lost. So he used star navigation, and he also used latitudes and longitude, and he figured out
like the stars don't move.
They don't. The ones that they using don't move. They fix.
Bruh.
I'm just asking because some of them stars do
move. Even the scriptures tell you that.
Been there.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Why? Okay, well, why did the scripture say?
What's it say here? Looking at this, it seems like a camera phone. It doesn't look fake. Still, it's always hard to tell from an internet post. Let's investigate. Like now, these niggas is out here trying to convince motherfuckers that the moon, they got clouds going behind the motherfucking moon. Clouds going behind the motherfucking moon. And these niggas sit here up on this shit, entertaining this shit. And these supposed to be scholars up on here. Now, I done told Chris Harris about this shit. I ain't telling him about this shit I'm seeing right here, but I done told him. Fucking, he depreciating his goddamn property value and shit. At the end, shit, I do 2-3 more videos on this shit. Those trophies not even gonna be worth nothing.
So let me get this right out. They trying to say it's clouds behind the sun.
Yeah. In the moon.
Okay.
Supposed to be clouds.
And I will have to ask humbly, because I'm not a geologist, I'm not an astronomer. I don't know anything about, you know what I'm saying, the heights of the heavens and the depths of the sea, but I will have to humbly ask, what scripture is that? That's right. All.
Israelites and other black niggas. You know how the black niggas get. They just as crazy as the Israelites, right? So
yeah,
let's go.
Yeah, that's true.
Say what?
What about the stars?
They don't move.
Some do move, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some move. Then over the picture.
Can you see that, Madonna?
Mute your mic.
They position them back.
Mute your mic with me. I hear the echo. Mute your mic for me real quick. You hear me? All right, I'm gonna mute you. Oh, you know.
You know what that is, right? You know what that is, right? That's the light of the moon making it look like that's only light reflection.
So the moon got its own light. I don't think that's not a globe.
No, what he's saying is what they call an optical illusion.
I'm just saying. You said the moonlight. So the moon got its own light. Do the moon got its own light? Is what I'm asking.
I think the moon does have a fragment of light just based off the material within it. But
I feel
what we're seeing here, but what we're seeing here is only a optical illusion.
Brother, that's the moon shining up on clouds. If that moon was above those clouds, that whole sky be lit up.
He said you doctored that shit. He said it's the optical.
No, what it is just man.
All right, watch when the moon leaves the cloud, leave from in front of the clouds. Watch what happens. The light ain't gonna change, bro. That light is shining, is a local light. That's why the whole sky not lit.
Oh, it's a local. How local is it?
According to that moon, look at it. That's where the light.
Okay, let me ask you this: is the moon inside a lower Earth orbit?
The moon goes in and out. It goes up and down in all of the orbits.
No, I'm saying
it goes up and down through all of the orbits.
Lower Earth.
Wow, that's crazy.
Okay, how far is the moon from the Earth?
I'm not sure.
And nigga don't know, but you talking all this shit.
Hey, but yo, what? But guess what? I don't think that the motherfuckers can go to the moon. It ain't gonna be no place to go to. It's gonna be a light.
Man, you hopscotch, man. You can't just hop like that on me.
I told this other dumb nigga and shit. Actually, I think that dumb nigga was in Tour Nights and shit. He had to be in Tour. No, oh shit. Know who it was? Yo? I think it was Yem. That was his name, right? I think it was him. Because back in the day, we was going at him and shit, right? I believe it was him.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
This nigga is gonna say that the moon is fake. I said, nigga, like, where are you in this world? Have you ever used a telescope? You never looked at a telescope?
That's crazy.
Was I was a little kid. You can look around the moon and all that bullshit.
My thing is this: if they believe in the scriptures, the book of Sirach or the Wisdom of Solomon says that the moon is a light that decreaseth in her perfection. Decreaseth.
But you know what? They don't give a fuck about none of that. They don't care about none of that. No one care about it.
Right.
Being right.
It's obviously they don't.
Yeah, they want the world to look at them like they're supreme being and everybody else. And if y'all said something, it don't mean it to be God chosen. Only God chosen gonna tell the truth. That's what niggas only believe, yo. Like you can't tell me that they'll say, "Oh, that's the white man." All right, when some of those niggas going up in the goddamn fucking sky, motherfucking observing this shit, so many motherfucking books, and I'll read that shit. See, these niggas is crazy. All right,
I mean, I'm not saying about that about the moon or anything. How far do you think the moon is from the Earth? That these clouds. So you're saying the clouds is in space? Is what you're telling me?
I'm telling you that look at the cloud. Look at this moon come from out of the clouds with clouds in front and clouds behind it.
Okay,
that's
so
what I'm
telling me.
Wow.
You're telling me clouds.
Look at this moon come from out of the clouds with clouds in front and clouds behind it.
nigga.
Okay, so you're telling me clouds can go behind the moon.
Look at it with your own eyes,
bro. I'm telling you, that's an optical illusion.
Hey, yo, pause, killer. Pause. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute, man. He said his response was, "You can look with your own eyes." Bro, no human being can see that far, vertically looking up, to tell any damn thing of what's behind it. You can only see what's in front of it.
Niggas.
All right?
Niggas. That's all I got to say.
Like this is simple science.
Niggas.
Kids, little boys, little girls, don't do drugs. Stay in school.
Don't grow up,
right? And if you're going to read the scriptures, read it with a perceptive to understand. Not to try to sound deep, okay? Because when you think about it, the scriptures is not that hard to comprehend. It's simple.
When somebody
That's why the scriptures say, go ahead.
When you grow up for the 2020, you tell them motherfuckers to see anything but black. Tell them anything but losing right now. Losing, nigga. You don't want to be out of losing. Tell them motherfuckers I'm black.
This is sad, man.
Make me a squirrel, goddamn, a motherfucking goddamn dolphin. I want to be a dolphin. I don't want to be black. I want to be a motherfucking dolphin.
Hey, look, man. Hey, man, look, like I said, man, like look, man. Black people, so-called Negroes, man, we got to do better, man. Seriously, this is sad.
It's too late. Well, it's too late. We can't do that.
It's too late for most, but for the ones that know what's going on, we got to be the standard bearer now, man. Cause ain't nobody else is gonna represent, you know what I'm saying, like the ones that actually know what's going on and that's actually putting plow to the dirt. And it's not just, you know what I'm saying, just Israelite community. It's black folk across the board over here. No matter what school of thought you come from, we got it. Those that understand the fuckery that's going on, we got to link up. We got to do better, man. Straight up, because
I'm a flat earther. How you a flat earther? And I'm recording things, clouds and birds behind the sun. Birds,
wow.
fly, birds, fly. Let's get to some real shit. Let's get to the real shit.
This is Mick Wesson, Metabunk.org. I think wires and things sometimes appear to be behind the sun. Well, the reason is because the sun is so bright, it basically washes out.
As well, I love deep
anything
in the
that's in front of it that is partially transparent, or is small enough, or is out of focus enough that the sun's light basically goes through it or around it. I can demonstrate that with this little setup I have here. It's a work light behind a board with some white paper simulating the sun. And I've got some old film strips and a small antenna to simulate clouds and cables. So I'm going to go ahead and switch the sun on. And you'll see straight away that the film strip in the middle, which is simulating a cloud, has disappeared. Where the sun is, it looks like it's going behind the sun. And the wire itself also similarly seems to be going behind the sun. Now I'm going to zoom in a bit to see what's a more typical video of the sun with things going behind it. And you see here, there's the sun and the film strips are going behind it. Now if I adjust the focus, so things are in focus, you'll see the antenna, which is a solid object, pops into visibility because it is actually blocking the light from the sun. However, you only see it if it's in focus. If you go slightly out of focus, it disappears. Come back into focus, and there it is again. Now, it doesn't matter how much I focus, the film strip never pops into visibility. That's because the film strip is transparent, so no matter how much in focus it is, the sun's light is always going through it. Now, I've got some other film strips on the side, and I'm going to move those over the film strip in the middle. And as I move them one at a time, this is the same thing as making a cloud more and more dense. You'll see that the film strip, which is simulating a cloud, is becoming more and more visible. And when we've got 4 strips on, you can see that the cloud/film strip now appears to be going in front of the sun. And you'll see that the edges of it are still washed out because they're all more transparent than the rest of it. But the solid dark parts of it appear to be going in front of the sun. So there you have it. The reason why things appear to be going in front of the sun is that the sun is so bright, and if something is transparent like a cloud and the sun is behind it, then it will look like it is going behind the sun when it's in fact in front of the sun. And with the smaller objects, it's more to do with them being in focus if the object is in fact not transparent. So there you go. This is Mick West, Metabunk.org.
Now you see that? How long that took to explain? How long that shit took to explain? But you can't tell a nigga nothing. How long it took to explain this shit? The white man got him on his TV, got him on the screen, and got to tell y'all, fucking give y'all common sense again. Got to give it away to you. They should sell it. If a motherfucker got to teach you common sense and shit, they need to sell it to you. These motherfuckers have lost their goddamn mind out there. Lost their motherfucking minds. All right, who was up next on the motherfucking shit? Yeah, we got motherfucking the Sotomayor dumb monkey ass shit out the way. We got Crawley was a part of it. Oh yeah, this shit right here. This shit. All right, check this one out. I don't know how many of y'all knew about this, but check this out.
Everybody moving your babies. Hey, Pete. Yeah, y'all see him? Hey, Pete. You're going to have bigger problems, man.
These are Black Lives protesters outside of some man's house, a white man. They got a Trump flag, an American flag on his porch. These niggas decide to protest in front of his motherfucking house, right? Now, you can't protest on the street. Now, from what I heard, people was coming on his property, right? You know, niggas don't follow rules. You know what I'm saying? They said, well, no one can shoot you if you just do this. You know, niggas gonna do some extra shit. And when they get shot, they're gonna be mad and complain, right? This man, he was drunk. The man was in his own house drunk, which he should be. He shouldn't be out in the street drunk. I bet you over half of them motherfuckers that was protesting was drunk. Now look, this is late at night. You can tell this is late at night, right? All right, just get this dude version. I'll play both versions. I'll get this dude version. I like this.
Not the people in front of his home. The blacks out there, the man could be singing, holding a gun, and then he. And if you doubt me, watch this. This is from the post-millennium. Activists in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, staged a protest at a neighbor's home on Monday, alleging that he was a racist. Police were called when the man could be singing, holding a gun. And then he, the man inside of his home, who appeared to be holding a gun against the evil ones who were outside of his home, intimidated he and his family, could have killed everybody in the home. He was arrested, not the people in front of his home. The blacks out there being stupid in front of his home. But the homeowner was arrested. Watch this.
Hey, Pete. Yeah, y'all see him? Hey, Pete. You're going to have bigger problems, man. You're going to have bigger problems, Pete. I would advise you to think twice. I don't think you know what's out here, buddy. I care about you. I don't want you to find out.
So he's pointing his shotgun out the window.
And you know, in all seriousness, Pete, we are not intimidated by you in the window, good buddy. Because I don't think you understand what's out here, man. I keep trying to tell you.
Clean up back up in the building. You see this shit, right? The man sitting in his house drunk, doing the fuck he do, like what everybody else do, like what I'm doing, what y'all doing, sitting up in the motherfucking crib, mind your motherfucking business. Now you got a gang of niggas and shit out in front of his motherfucking shit. Now, tell me, what would motherfuckers have to say? What would motherfuckers have to say if it was a gang of white people out in front of some nigga house?
Hold on, I missed the action. I just came back in. What's the scenario, man?
I said, what would motherfuckers say if it was a gang of crack out in front of some nigga? Motherfuckers would lose their goddamn mind. They would lose their goddamn mind. If somebody wanted to protest Biden on in front of some black people's house, a whole gang of white people talking shit, what would motherfuckers say? Now,
Oh, be a problem. You already know what it is.
yeah. Now watch this. Now listen what the motherfuckers are saying now. Listen to what's going on.
Hey, Pete. You're gonna have bigger problems, man. You're gonna have bigger problems, Pete. I would advise you to think twice. I don't think you know what's out here, buddy.
I don't think you know what's out here.
I care about you. I don't want you to find out.
I want you to find out.
So he's pointing his shotgun out the window.
And you know what? In all seriousness, Pete, we are not intimidated by you in the window, good buddy.
Let him start busting out that motherfucker.
I don't think you understand what's out here, man. I keep trying to tell you.
See, look, you always got the black woman and shit running her goddamn mouth. Always. No matter where you at, and shit, they the loudest motherfucking one.
That's all I'm saying, man.
Because this ain't gonna be that. This ain't gonna end like that. I'm telling y'all.
That's why I'm saying there's more than meets the eye. Right now, your eyes ain't let you see what's out here pointed at you.
Now, they're saying they got something pointed at him. They on his motherfucking property.
Yeah, he's pointing out the window.
Tell it. Let a nigga shoot a nigga and shit. They ain't saying nothing. But they're pouring no white.
All right, let's establish something, because from what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, pretty much every damn state in the United States have something called castle doctrine law. Now, if you don't know what that is, go do your homework. Castle doctrine law clearly states that if you come on my property uninvited, I have a right to take your ass out of here. It's self-defense.
Yup.
That's what people don't understand. Now, we understand that the law says everybody got a right for a peaceful protest and right to assemble and all that. Cool. But there's a way to do things without infringing on the rights of other people. Okay? And that's something that Black Lives Matter, the organizations up, really don't give a shit about. For those of you who don't know by now, that organization is age provocateur oriented. They don't give a damn about Black lives. Because if they did, they would start with our community first. But yeah, go ahead, Killer.
I'm fucking real.
Are we gonna have another verse?
All right. I wonder how many children was out there. I wonder how many children was out there. But that man had that gun, and them niggas still sitting there and talking shit. Who would bring children that late at night and bullshit like that? Motherfucker protest in the daytime. That's
what I'm saying, man. Our people, man.
You do that shit so motherfuckers can see your protest. These niggas is just doing that shit just to have an excuse to be out there screaming for white people and the police and drinking and getting high.
Exactly. That's all it is. And the fact that you got dumbass parents with their kids, they're clearly, okay, what's Black Lives Matter representation in that? You got kids out there in a hostile environment. Anything can happen. They can get shot. They can get trampled on. Anything can happen to those children. Why they not at home with a babysitter or with their auntie and uncle or something like that? Why you have them in the streets?
Exactly.
Knowing the hostile environment you put them in. That's what I'm saying. Our people don't think.
Under no circumstance you supposed to have your kids standing in the street. I don't care if there's a million niggas standing in the middle of the road. No kid's supposed to be standing in no goddamn street. They're supposed to be on the sidewalk or some shit. These niggas that have their kids out in the street with a liquor bottle in their hand. I showed it with the COVID-19 thing. When the COVID thing started, the cops had to go break up birthday parties and shit. And niggas just acting a fool. You got the kids all in the street. They drunk as hell. They high. All types of shit going on. Monkey shit. Monkey ass shit.
So the cops will call. The cops walk past the thugs, the criminals who are in front of a private home, intimidating the family. And the man seemed to be protecting his family, with the Second Amendment, the cops were called and they walked straight past the criminals, the thugs, up to the man's home. And he was arrested according to the report.
Now, you know why this shit is happening? Because the police department don't want to deal with the bullshit no more. Because they're not doing any good. Not saying the police not doing no good, but with the situations and the shit that be going now, the police can't do their job. And motherfuckers acting up, rioting, they can't do shit. They can't do nothing about it. But just sit there and let them do it. And now the cops are getting themselves in more trouble because they're hesitating from doing their job because of all this bullshit. And with that, they hesitate and that can get them killed. Or they react the way they should react seconds before, and now they got a lawsuit. They fucking job.
Yeah, that's because police officers, when they go out there and form a protest and stuff where things can break out, like happen, it's like this. The police have similar rules like the military. When you're in a hostile environment like that, the rule they give you your marching orders, they give you your rules of engagement, your ROE, and the rules of engagement is stupid because the rules of engagement, the first rule is don't engage. I know it sounds dumb, but if anybody has been in the military, has military family, or has people in law enforcement, that's the first rule of engagement when it comes to riots or hostile environment, which they call red zones. Okay. The first rule is do not engage. Why? Because they don't want to lose their morale. They don't want to lose numbers in their ranks, and they don't want to pay millions of dollars in hospital bills and funerals on their side. So their first rule is don't engage. That's why they did what they did. You understand? And it goes to even further show you how stupid this movement is. Because all they're doing is doing what the government wants them to do, and it's give them an excuse to take people's rights away. That's all it is. They're abusing. It's one thing to have a right to assemble and have free speech and all of that. It's another thing to abuse it. Just because you have a right does not free you from the consequences thereof. For example, if you make a video talking about, people are the devil, and bashing, people from different walks of life, and you get your channel flagged, you can't sue YouTube for getting your channel flagged. You jumped out there. You use your freedom of speech the way you wanted to, but that comes with a consequence.
And figure of speech won't go for YouTube. You can't apply your freedom of speech on YouTube. That's a private site. That's a private site. People don't own that motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the public or the government and those shit don't own that bitch. That's a private fucking place. That's like going up in somebody's business, hollering and screaming and shit, acting a goddamn fool. You talking about free speech. You do that shit outside. You go outside. You go to a public place and do that shit.
Right, exactly.
I was moderating Chris's channel page that he had on Facebook, and some dude was hollering about free speech and shit. I'm like, nigga, this is a private fucking group. There ain't no free speech up in this motherfucker.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man.
Let me hear a little bit without Jesse.
Yeah, it's called arbitration, like secret groups like that, like private chats and pages, whatever. You can't say, oh, freedom of speech. No, it's their rules. What they say goes. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I can't roll up in another nigga house and say, oh, F you, F this, F that, and then not tell me get the hell out of here. I'm in their house. That's what I'm saying. Our people need to learn common sense again. Basic common sense. You can't go out here in any form or fashion, especially if you don't have the right tools and the right things to equip yourself to be prepared for the backlash that comes.
Right. Absolutely.
I can't say it's a war on white supremacy when I don't have a standing militia. I don't have base of refuge in times of warfare. I don't have any resources, or I don't have an international ally.
Yep.
Everybody that's out here marching with guns and whatever, they not doing shit. I'm sorry. They not.
Ain't doing nothing. Ain't got shit. When we talking about Saudi, that motherfucker got all them goddamn donations and shit. Where the money going to? If that's what it's for.
Yeah.
You trying to tell me you ain't got no little after school program for the motherfuckers? No shit. They could go in a little building. They go in there to be safe from the streets. Hell, he don't even got a storefront. That nigga still on the street selling them books and shit and videos.
Right, and that's why I press, and that's why I press. That's why in our congregation we're pressing, moving forward, always moving forward, always elevating yourself. Because go ahead, Salaki, my bad.
What was crazy? I just thought about this shit. I used to buy shit from Saudetta back in the day, like in the 90s, right? And I'm thinking about what I was buying, right? Bootleg movies, and DVD, and bootleg. Now this is before DVDs. This fucking VHS, bootleg fucking VHS tapes, bootleg books. And now I think about that shit. I'm like, damn, this thing was bootlegging all this shit, getting all the motherfucking bread, and those shits wasn't cheap. You still pay $20 for a book. $10, $20 for a book that's photocopied. It got a little Bible.
Crazy as hell. Wow.
I don't got no more. I probably got one or two somewhere around this house. Fucking that shit crazy. I'm like this nigga. All the people that did it, they didn't get no bread from that. Yeah, he got to help raise his family. But goddamn, you ain't got to score.
Hey man, I mean, what you expect, man? I mean, New York is a city of hustlers, man. No disrespect to New York, but I mean, it is what it is, man.
That's exactly.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
Now he done came out and figured out fucking police. He knew police, like and all types of shit. Like, know what I'm saying?
Of course.
You go right back there. Let's hear what Jesse got.
Not the criminal in front of the home in your own neighborhood. They're afraid to arrest the criminals because they don't want to be called racist. They don't want to lose their jobs. They don't want to be threatened by the criminals. So they go up to the man's home and go after the innocent. It's easier to arrest the innocent. But the thugs who approach,
you see the cups and bottles?
Says in front of his home, black people, they let you get away with it. Do you see how this is going to encourage more and more of this?
Look, no mask on their face.
It's insane. The inmates are running an insane asylum. The cops walk right past the criminal, not make them leave this man home. Get out of this neighborhood. You don't belong here. They went after the man in the home who was protecting himself and his family. Is this America or what?
Know what they should do? Know what they should do? Any type of protest on the street. Motherfuckers want to protest, gotta have a permit. If there's not a permit, and now, say for example, you make a protest and you get the permit and a whole bunch of other niggas show up, right? And do some shit, guess what? The motherfucker that got the permit is responsible. If there's no permit, everybody go to jail. Don't even charge for the permit. Don't even charge for that motherfucker. It's free. But you have to document yourself. I'm going to be right here on this day at this time protesting. You can say I'm going to be there for 3 days standing up. That's fine. But there have to be some kind of documentation of who is doing the protest. And maybe, I don't know if this thing will get your freedoms and shit like that, but maybe if it's a certain amount of people that are expected to attend that has some type of security. The cops shouldn't have to do that. The cops could observe it, but they shouldn't have to get out their car and fucking do all that dumb shit. You should have your own security. That might cost you some money, but if you protested and all that bullshit, you should already have some money. You got PayPal, the crowd on GoFundMe, and all that bullshit. You should have some money already saved up for you to take your ass out there. And anything go down, that person is responsible. It sounds crazy, but you know what? A motherfucker ain't gonna go out there and not be serious. You know what I mean? Some motherfucker protest on some this dumb shit just to be doing some dumb shit. And some people really wanna see a change in something, right? And they out there protesting for real. Like for real. This ain't what Martin Luther King was doing. Martin Luther King wasn't doing this shit here. Niggas just showing up and acting all fucking crazy and shit. I bet you can't find one protest when Martin Luther King had the crowd was acting like that.
Malcolm X's soldiers didn't act like that either. They was in order.
Yep, even though they was still goddamn cold.
And that's another thing too, man. Like, we have lost the concept of not being emotional and not taking anything personal. You understand? Because when you want to protest against police brutality, you know, white supremacy, everything, there has to be an order. There has to be rules of engagement set in place to preserve the safety of everyone. You understand what I'm saying? So, for example, police unjustly kills a brother in the community. Okay, boom. They said, all right, we tired, we want to protest. So everybody's emotions is flared up, especially if the police officer goes to trial and most likely will be able to beat that trial. You understand? Because he's part of that thin blue line, that blue code of silence. Emotions is going to be flared up. You understand what I'm saying? And we as people, we have to be able to turn that emotion, turn that anger, turn that frustration, and turn it into action. Not saying going out here rioting, breaking shit, going on people's property and intruding on their homes, but turn it into action. If you see that the police ain't doing their job right, and you you understand the laws and you understand the rules of engagement, then go to the city hall, go get your DCJS permits, and learn how to police your own community. Because when you police your own community, you ain't got to worry about coming in there, and you deal with the responsibility of taking care of the bad seeds in the spoiled bunch.
The Jewish
and the ones
people,
that are innocent. Yeah, exactly.
The Jewish people in River, New York. I used to go skate out there, skateboarding out there, right, with a bunch of people, right? And certain spots and shit, like we wasn't sweating the cops, like fuck the police. We already know they ain't gonna fuck with us. But the Jewish people had their own police. So them niggas roll on your ass and shit, like get the fuck out of here and shit. And like I was like, what? I never seen no shit like that before. I never saw anything like that. I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers got their own motherfucking police. I was like, where the fuck am I? Like, where the hell am I at? Motherfuckers got their own goddamn police. Right? And why these niggas can't?
Right.
I'm surprised the drug dealers don't do it. I'm surprised the drug dealers don't be out there doing it. They got all that goddamn money. Get your own police, the police community, so the cops don't have to fucking, so you can just sit out here and freely kill everybody. But you don't want to spend the money on it.
Yeah, of course. We all want the power and the control, but we don't want the responsibility and the consequences that come with it.
Nope. Don't want no responsibility.
It's just like me dealing with my Hebrew Israelite brothers. We call ourselves Yasha Allah or Yasha All, which is what? Prince of the power, keyword power. We supposed to be a powerful people. Why the hell are you teaching our people to be powerless?
Yep.
Because you don't want to be responsible for anything.
Yo,
So if that's the case, fall out the truth. That's what I start telling cats. Fall out the truth. Go back in the world.
fucking IUIC story. We teach it on the Sabbath, the IUIC, right? Hot as a summer, bitch, like 110 degrees, whatever the fuck, right? No water, no nothing. And these niggas, it's the last Sabbath of the month. So niggas on some fast shit. The school don't pump niggas up that brothers should fast on the last Sabbath of the month. Where's that shit in the scripture? But anyway, right? Niggas is doing that. I know better than that shit, motherfucker. I was eating, I was doing all type of shit before I left. I knew better, right? Brought my motherfucking water. So this nigga teaching, Shem, right? Teaching, and this nigga just drops like a fucking sack of bricks. Just drop. Talking about the fucking Indian, talk about the white man and shit, right? And because anybody they look at that ain't an Israelite, they insult them. So if you see a Chinese man or something, they're gonna start talking about Moab and Ammon, bullshit, right? You see an Indian motherfucker, maybe talking about Elam, and the white man talking about Esau, just so they can hear it. So you're not trying to teach the people, you're just trying to insult and incite some shit.
Yeah, that's out of order. That's out of order.
Somebody in that crowd be crazy and go attack one of these.
It's happened before. It's happened before. I've been talking to one of my Akim out of Seattle. He said a brother in GMS from the islands a couple years ago got stabbed to death at camp for being disrespectful. You understand what I'm saying? That's why the scripture says a soft answer turneth away wrath. That's the Torah. So if we out there teaching and edifying the people, you shouldn't have to be insulting or arguing with nobody unless they bring that energy first. That's Ezekiel the 3rd chapter. That's when you make your head hard against their forehead. Okay.
Then this brother, the story was, but this brother passed out. Those same people he was cursing about pulled right up and helped them and helped bring them to the goddamn ambulance. They were ambulance drivers, the Indian and the white lady. They out there every week, sitting out there for the community. If something pop off, boom, they right there. They saw him hit the ground, they pulled with their whoop, 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 pull right up. Open the fucking back doors. Brother's trying to help him to the ambulance and shit. But I'm like, yeah, y'all niggas just talking about these motherfuckers, right? But old Nate, old fucking Bishop Nate, right? Guess what he doing? Hiding. Sitting right there. The whole group is over there at that motherfucking ambulance. This nigga is like on the other side of the street. Just standing there out in the sky. Standing in the sky with them dark ass shades on. So I noticed that. And this nigga in the back of the ambulance don't even want to drink. He don't even want to drink. I don't want to break my fast. Stupid fucking nigga.
That's why I know some people don't believe New Testament. That's one thing Christ spoke against. Putting burdens on other people that they don't even put on themselves.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That's ridiculous as hell.
Telling us
if you know it's 500 degrees outside and y'all fasting and you know y'all gonna, first of all, why would you even be out there in that type of heat anyway while y'all fasting? That's stupid as hell.
Now that you say that, yo, he's the one that made the shit. So if the nigga wanted to sue, that nigga would have won that shit. You got us out here convinced to fast in 107-degree weather. Like, now this is where the law is supposed to come in. For cults and church, regular churches too, where you're not supposed to manipulate these people and give them some. Oh, you're not supposed to do this. We're gonna kick you out, or we're gonna the Most High gonna kill you, or some stupid shit because they don't want to do what the fuck you teach. If it's a fucking
that's out of order, man. That's way out of order.
That shit. A regular church ain't up in the ass if you don't show up on Sunday. You niggas not ain't gonna call you. Now, if they don't, they might call me, hey, everything all right, some shit like that. But they ain't gonna be like, wasn't in church, Most High.
Right. And let me say this. I say this every time I come up here. This is for Israelites across the board. If you are part of a camp, congregation, church, whatever tag you want to put on it, gathering, and your leader is putting burdens on you that is not according to the scriptures, and he's doing things that are contrary towards the scriptures, and he's trying to make you do things and manipulate and doing things based on fear, you don't need to be there. Leave.
Yup.
Leave.
No, but check.
And I'm saying that because I'm part of a congregation. We don't play that. We don't do that manipulative game thing over here. We tell you to keep the commandments and the faith in Christ. That's it.
Yup.
We promote people to good works over here. You need help getting your driver's license, we will help you. You working on your education, going to school, we will help you. CDL license will help you. You understand? We about to buy some land in Arizona. You understand? We get ready to start businesses. We have transcended beyond this stereotypical mindset.
Another room night. I hear the plug coming. You about to plug that motherfucker.
Yeah, my bad. I'm just saying, man, like
plug that motherfucker.
That's fucked up. Yeah.
But what Nate did, everybody was at the end of it. And I went across the street. And look that Nate, dead in his fucking shit. Like, yo, can you come over here and tell this nigga to drink this water so he don't die? No, this nigga didn't say a goddamn word, nigga. Just stared off into this goddamn into the sky. Stared off in the sky, didn't say a goddamn word. And I'm sitting there looking at the nigga. He got the shades on so we can't see his eyes. You know what I'm saying? He got his head up. Blowing in the wind and shit like super purple man. And shit. And this nigga ain't saying goddamn word. Not a goddamn word.
So he was just gonna let him die in that heat, basically.
It's something possible. So that nigga was shaking in the motherfucking booth. Act like I don't know who these niggas decide to wear purple. That shit crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is crazy.
On this shit real quick. Right? Look at this bullshit right here. Dallas School District apologized for assignment describing Kenesha Shooter as a hero. Now, why the fuck is that? Nick Springfield in the building. You just in time. I was just about to get on the other shit. Just in time.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Shalom.
So we get out these dumb niggas. Get out the official dumb nigga and shit in a minute, right? So I just wanted to show this real quick. Then we get on to that dumb motherfucker, right? So this is an assignment a teacher put, right? And this got in trouble. Whoever it was got in trouble. Look at the assignment. Assignment 2, writing project, due October 12th, right? Hero of modern age. Write at least a half-page biography of each of the following persons. Cite at least 2 sources for each. Right? They put Kyle Rittenhouse in there. That's the dude I did the video on that shot the motherfuckers and shit that was trying to attack his ass. Right? George Floyd. Now, the motherfuckers with let y'all in here. George Floyd. George Floyd is a motherfucking hero. How are you a fucking hero? You got Mahatma Gandhi, Cesar Chavez, Malcolm X, George Floyd, Kyle Rittenhouse, and Joseph Rosenbaum. I don't know who Joseph Rosenbaum. Who's Joseph Rosenbaum? I know the name from somewhere. It can't come to me. But the motherfuckers got in trouble for putting Kyle Rittenhouse there. But they got Malcolm X there. Malcolm X when all y'all niggas dead. All y'all white people dead. Have a new motherfucking world. But Kyle Rittenhouse, your boy that defended his motherfucking self for some savage monkey ass niggas and crazy crackers. and he's not a hero, write at least one-page essay on which of these 6 persons you believe demonstrates best your concept of a hero. Right? So you got to think. Those 6 would be discriminating. Okay. The essay should consist of an introductory paragraph, at least 3 expository paragraphs, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But this shit is crazy, yo. And it's fucking up the whole nation. Now niggas on pins and needles and shit. Schools can't just make a regular ass assignment without somebody jumping on a motherfucker and acting crazy. But it's enough of that bullshit. Let's get on to the other shit. All right. I had to get on a couple of motherfuckers today, nigga. Yeah, this is what I'm going to hear. All right. The fool of the night. All right. Listen to this shit. Try to keep your mouths closed. Try to keep your mouths closed on this one. Look who we got here. Old Elastic Man himself. Right? We got old Elastic Man here himself. Now check the monkey shit. That shit funny as hell since I put Judah Naz on the screen. Motherfuckers here. Listen to this shit, y'all. Listen to this motherfucker.
Wow. Damn. I was like, get it together.
Man, I used to like try to root for them. Now I should like root for GMS to come back. Like, man, you know, like for a little bit, man, they kind of like kept shit in order. Like when niggas, you know, when other groups like, you know,
so y'all paying attention now.
Right. Like, come in. But bro, I'm telling you, bro. Listen, man, I'm telling you, the worst thing the niggas did, I had to put a curse on the niggas.
Here we go.
If you look at one of my, I think it's the latest video, you're gonna see a dude on there called E-Dogs. You're gonna see Pitbull on there. It's because if you ever like, which a hip hop site is called allhiphop.com. He's right. Something there. Just before I hit YouTube. And I used to argue with this dude called ISK, Illseed Killer. Illseed was the editor of the site. And this dude named ISK, he would always come with these drunken ass rants and shit. So he didn't like, he like can't stand the Torah. And he can't stand the Most High. He's just a wicked, you know. Well, you know, the brother has issues.
Have you ever heard of a motherfucker that can't stand the Torah? Or can't stand the Bible? Those are usually motherfuckers that didn't read the motherfucker, don't pay no attention to. There ain't nobody gonna say, I can't stand the Bible. I can't stand the Quran.
Right. And so he would always leave all these shit talking shit about me, and people were like, you know, like he was ready to laugh. He made videos about me and shit. I would always air this dude out because he wasn't too black. I would always air him out. So,
but none of those posts of you airing them out are on that website. You can search your name. Ain't none of that shit come up. The only thing when you search your name is gay shit coming up. That's it. So stop lying. But this ain't the good part. Let's listen. Let's what this nigga had the nerve to say.
Apparently, the nigga went on another hip hop site and put in what's the and like the shit the nigga was saying, the shit even gay motherfuckers don't say. Like, I like my boy. Like, right? We all know some motherfuckers who's gay. Have you ever known a gay motherfucker like this?
Now, Judah just had a video talking about you don't know what gay people do or none of that shit. The nigga just said it on a video the other day. Now, listen how well he described how gay people think.
Go leave random stupid shit on hip hop sites like listen, gay motherfuckers are on some other shit, right? But they don't like they don't do like they're gay, right? But like they act like it's hard to explain. Like they act like liking men is like being with a woman. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they don't like. But gay motherfuckers go on hip hop site and be like, I like my videos. Like clearly, like if you see this shit, you see people are like not even responding. They're like, this is obviously a fucking troll, right? Like it's a troll. So you're messing up, like, oh, Jude Natzarah went and left some gay messages and then left his name on it and his Facebook name, which my family and friends are on. So apparently some gay motherfucker went on his site, told niggas to go to his Facebook with his family and friends on there. I mean, it doesn't make any fucking sense. You can tell any nigga with any common sense would be like, that's a fucking troll. Like, if I read that about anybody, if I just saw that comment, I would just scroll on past it because I know gay motherfuckers don't talk like that. They're just dead. They don't mean like this.
Everything out this motherfucking mouth is talking about gay people. Now you see, this video is old as fuck. The clip from this video, this motherfucker over 5 years old.
They just do gay shit. And
Right. How you know gay motherfuckers don't talk like that?
Stupid shit on the comment board is just, you know, like, they don't want gay motherfuckers to do that. Now, if you go to All Hip Hop right now,
thank you, Sister P. You took the words right out of my mouth.
there's niggas on there who read stupid ass shit. Like, this is not niggas doing the internet. So, anyways, who said it? It was I think it was Dame Dash on Drake Champs. You ever watched that? He said something last night. I was watching shit last night. He said, there's 3 things you don't do. But it wasn't, it was the dude, it was Whack 100 from the game, his battle with Meek Mill. He said, I think the dude was on Meek Mill's side. He was like some gang leader. He was like, there's 3 things you don't say against black men that you don't have irrefutable proof. 1, you don't call him a snitch. 2, you don't say he's a homosexual.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? I'm the goddamn wish finder general.
That's right.
I thought the 3rd one was. No, I'm like, that's right.
Right? We all know Judah Natzarah done called all of his homosexuals. Right? People you never seen.
Oh yeah, he's called me that. You know that for sure.
Now, look at it. I'm gonna show y'all niggas a video. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. I can pull this up real quick and show you the name of the video when he came out. And it went at me and shit, right? Leave it to her nights. See the name, y'all gonna be like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this nigga talking about? Right? Goodbye. First, watch this. Look at right here. What's right here at the top row? Oh, my bad. Fucking yeah. Well, he made me. Yeah, he called me a snitch, right? That's what I meant. I fucked my head up for a second. What did he just say?
Shit. Like, this is not niggas doing the internet. So, anyways, who said it? It was I think it was Dame Dash on Drake Champs. You ever watched that? He said something last night. I was watching shit last night. He said, there's 3 things you don't do. No, it wasn't. It was the dude. It was Whack 100 from the game, his battle with Meek Mill. He said, I think the dude was on Meek Mill's side. He was like some gang leader. He was like, there's 3 things you don't say against black men that you don't have irrefutable proof. 1, you don't call him a snitch. 2, you don't.
He called me a government rat snitch. Never showed any evidence or anything. Called all of his homosexuals. That's what he said.
Don't say he's a homosexual.
Y'all hear that?
Can you pause that real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
I just want to say that he called me something worse though. Yeah. He called me a pedophile. Remember that?
Yep. Call me one too. Call me one all day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, he still have yet to prove that I'm a Freemason. I'm still waiting on that paperwork, baby boy. I ain't forgot.
Oh, what about the allegations of that nigga? Yeah, I gotta pull that bitch up. I gotta pull that shit up. Making me do shit. Making me do shit to motherfuckers. Making me do shit to motherfuckers. I didn't get that video. Let me let this play.
I'm the goddamn witch finder general.
That's right.
I forgot what the third one was. Now, I'm like, that's right. Don't call nobody a snitch. Like we're talking like doing paperwork. Like you are in the police station snitching on niggas.
You hear that? He's saying you gotta produce that paperwork.
Where the paperwork?
Right, that shit to kill, nigga. Like, like, right? You can't call a nigga that shit because first off, the streets are gonna come back and be like, well, nigga, what proof do you have of that?
Hear that? You ain't saying it. What proof you got? Right.
Well, I'm certified. Nigga, you can't say that shit. Okay. Call a nigga homosexual. Now, if you remember the dude, David Israel, who was in 4 Nights. Now, what did you? No, listen. No, I never called the nigga homosexual. I just said that nigga was watching fucking training films.
All right, we can leave that shit there. Now, we're gonna take it on back. Shout out to Brother Josh from Absolute Bible Truth. Yeah. Shalom. And I'll be putting this.
Let me show this first. I hate this stupid. Look at this right here, y'all. Y'all be thinking we bullshit.
That's mad crazy.
Look.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember this, Nike?
Oh, hell yeah. I remember this.
Judah Nazareth. That's Yaquab, young Yaquab, right? Now, Yaquab, this is the kid that he claims I was in a chat, talking to and shit, right? When it was him, Judah Nazareth, Shamian, Lamad, and a whole bunch of other motherfuckers or something. But he tells people that it was just me and the 17-year-old kid, right? Which he didn't know it was me, right? Now, he's trying to put that kid into some fucking pedophile allegation type shit. You see what it says? Are you and Killer B sharing pics and they can kill children? Which Hunter General, and see, he did that on purpose because he don't want people to find my channels. In my inbox, asking. Now, you notice too, he said my name for the first time last week in a whole almost 2 years. Know why? Because old Nagy Springfield is on his tail. So now, before he would never say my name because the shit was so bad. Now that he know Nagy is about to do even worse, and he know I'm behind Nagy with it, right? And Nagy killing him right now. He's killing him all by himself, smoking his ass. He don't want people to pay attention to Nagy. So now he wants them to look at me or Chris or like Siberius, right? We try to stay with exactly. Off to keep the heat off him. I know this thing every play. I know it's every play.
Unbelievable, man. That's just like
yes. Now look, hold on. Look what he says to me now. Killer B. We have you screenshotted, fella. The police will be coming to your house asking for naked pics of children as a major crime. Where the motherfuckers at? Where's that screenshot of that message I sent to you asking for pictures of your kids? See? Responder General in my inbox asking for naked pics of my daughters. Right there on the screen. Where's the receipts? I always got receipts. Where's his receipts?
Can I chime in, Killer B, just on that right quick? This is how you know that this man has lost his ever-loving mind. Who goes and talks to another man about his daughters in that manner?
Yep.
Because if I was Judah Nash, let's say if I was in Judah Nash's position and Killer B would do something like that, I'm not entertaining that. I'm hunting his ass down.
Yep.
Why would you even put that on social media? If that was the case, you would immediately call the police. You wouldn't even have to put that on social media. That's how we know you lying, dog.
Yep.
And just so you know, for context, this is old stuff. This isn't even new. The newer stuff is crazier.
Yeah, the dude was something.
You can go on his channel right now and you can see videos that have my name in the title and my actual name in the description. So it gets even worse.
This monkey ass shit. Yo. That's all I can say. This straight monkey ass shit. Let's listen to some more of this nigga.
Video in the I'll be putting the URL to this video in the chat. So we gonna back this up a little bit here. Yeah.
This video.
How far should we go back?
Niggas forgot about
Go back here about 15 minutes. All right. Brother Johnson, Absolute Bible Show. I'll go back a little farther than that. All right, here we go. Oh, look. All right. Y'all don't see that. Y'all don't see that.
If somebody new subscribes to my channel and I give out a free book.
I'll switch things over here. Yeah. And we heard what the man said here. Okay. There we go. It's your boy. It's your boy, Judah Nasty. And away we go.
Video that he is not Judah Natzarah.
Y'all hear that?
Nazura.
Right?
Literally that. And he knows I did not say that because I made it very clear. Just like I'm making it very clear to you. Everybody who's listening to this right now, if you got the least bit of intelligence, you understand what I'm saying. You say, oh, Josh is not saying that Jesus did not actually die. All he is saying is that when he did die, there was some symbolism behind his death or involved with his death.
All right, we get into it.
But he uploaded the video and he's completely twisting my argument. He's creating a straw man argument and he's attacking that. And that's what he does. So, of course,
because they're a narcissistic personality.
Followed me on social media. I decided one day to go on YouTube and look him up and just to see what he's about. And the moment I typed his name in, I got all these results back on YouTube of GMS exposing him to be a homosexual. Now, y'all already know I bumped heads with GMS in the past, so, you know, when they say stuff about people, I take that with a grain of salt. But because it was Judah Natzarah, I said, you know what, I'm going to investigate this. And the guy who made these videos was showing that there's a guy on social media who likes to post on these hip-hop blogs named Judah Natzarah, spelled Nazura. And this guy, I got to give him credit, and a couple other guys from GMS, because it wasn't just one person, and I'm going to show you this. He proved through Google and YouTube that Judah Natzarah, Nazura, is linked to Judah Natzarah, the guy who I'm talking about. And he showed on social media that Judah Natzarah is a confessed homosexual. And he went to sites where this guy was saying all kinds of homosexual things. Judah Natzarah. Nazura. And he proved that it is Judah Natzarah. So, of course, when this got out, Judah Natzarah had to defend himself. And he uploaded a video in which he was defending himself. And he was trying to say that the guy who uploaded the video saying that Judah Natzarah and Judah Natzarah are the same people, he is the one that's actually Judah Natzarah. In other words, he is saying that the guy from GMS is framing him. He is saying that the guy from GMS created this fictitious homosexual Judah Natzarah and is trying to say that it is Judah Natzarah. And the main defense that Judah gives in his argument that he is not Judah Natzarah, Nazura.
Hit the brakes, Mr. Joseph Johnson. If you're watching, what does that say about you from your statement? Let's continue.
Yeah, I was getting at
it. That is not how he spells his name. That is supposed to be the so-called #1 piece of evidence.
Right. Right. His evidence was that his name was never Judah Natzarah. That was his claim. It never was. But everybody knew it was. Right? Even Torah Nights, a lot of motherfuckers didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Proves that he is not Judah Natzarah, and therefore he trying to say that it is Judah Natzarah.
Let's back it on up.
And the main Natzarah, Nazura, and he proved.
See, writing gay shit on rap comment boards and trying to pin on it. But he spelled my name wrong. So he's trying to spin it because he knows those comments predate his appearance on YouTube. They predate YouTube.
Exactly.
Now is GMS trying to frame him and pin on him. When this is pre-YouTube. What he said on YouTube, his name was Judah Natzarah.
Right. And to build on what you just said, Killer B. Now that I think about it, remember his old videos from his first channel that he ever had, where he used to just bang on the New Testament, right? He will always have pictures of, paintings of white Jesus, and he used to always say Jesus penis. I thought that was weird.
The one with the saint and it got the little cool shit looking under it down.
Yeah.
Like,
that was something he used to say a lot. That was really weird.
Yeah, man. I'm like, why would you? But yet you want to bang on David Israel? Like, dude, like, come on, you saying why? Okay, if you don't believe New Testament, fine, but you don't have to refer to him in that connotation, man. You don't have to do that.
It got so many nutcase motherfuckers. They still saying it to this day. To this day. Because there wasn't no Old Testament like that. Not talking. Like, you know what I mean? Like all the other people like on Facebook is talking shit. Like the New Testament dudes, they were just doing their thing. Right? But when Judah Natzarah hit version of the Old Testament motherfuckers, that's when all the fucking started.
Yeah.
Niggas talking about with my Torah blade and all this dumbass shit.
He hated One West, but he wanted to be One West.
Say that dumb shit. Especially all the Hispanic fucking Quanah Israelites. They all with that dumb shit.
What that shit say? What that say? Wait, hold on
now. What I'm going to do is take you somewhere that he cannot deny. And that's his own video, his own defense video.
Watch this, because people see this shit, but they really don't know what they're looking at. They said, "Oh, that's not true. That's not true." But you have to look closer. Look at what he does.
I'm going to go there right now. But before I show you where he revealed this himself, I'm going to show you just how many times he claimed that he is not Judah Natzarah just because that's not how he spells his name.
Y'all hear that? What that say right there? Writing gay shit on rap comment boards and trying to pin on me. But he spelled my name wrong. Y'all see that?
Right. You see the dots?
Goddamn it, Killer B was trying to tell him keep receipts.
Yeah, I see it.
How he makes the dot.
Watch this.
Look, he gonna do it himself.
Judah Natzarah spelled, first off, with lowercase letters for all of them, and the Natzarah spelled wrong.
All right. I'm gonna be a witness. When Judah Natzarah first appeared on YouTube, his name was Judah Natzarah. And pay attention, you can go to the left.
And second, what difference does it make if your name lowercase and uppercase? This asshole above you got his first name lowercase and his last name uppercase. See how this nigga trying to deceive y'all, right?
Live stream, he did. He says his name all the time. Oh, Judah Natzarah this.
Right. You listen to him say his name, that nigga say Judah Natzarah. He don't say Judah Natzarah. He said Judah Natzarah. Pay attention when this nigga's on the show and say his name. He gonna say the old name every time.
Who's Natzarah this? He says Natzarah in his name all the time.
Why is his name, if his name is Judah Natzarah, y'all see on the screen, N-A-T-Z, right? Why does he call himself Judah Naz? Like N-A-Z-U-R-A. Call me a liar.
To this day, he doesn't say Natzarah.
You don't say, yo, man, motherfuckers are hating on your boy Judah Nats. You're not saying that. Hating on your boy Judah Naz. For Natzarah, not Natzarah.
He said Natzarah. Yep. You go to his last live stream.
Here's another proof. When he first started doing videos, he wasn't talking to the Hawawada language, the Paleo Hebrew. He didn't even know that shit then. He was writing his name like he was Jewish. I got the screenshots of that shit. The nigga spelling high call and shit with a Y in that motherfucker. Y-H-Y, the Olam, that motherfucker O-O-L-A-M.
And listen for him to say his name. He could have said Natzarah. I'm a witness to this. When he first came out, his name was Natzarah. When I seen this video come out and him saying that he denied his name was that, I was looking at this nigga like, I was like, all right. I'm gonna keep it funky. I'll keep it real. Cause I'm a real nigga and shit. I was like, maybe this brother was on some homo shit. Maybe it was. Maybe the brother repented of all this. So I said, let me leave this brother alone. Maybe he repented.
I guess it's all this nigga like roll on here. But keep in mind that, okay? Keep in mind how my name is spelled too, by the way. I don't think it's funny that just keep going. Keep it in mind. So you didn't tell me that I fucking went to Hip Hop DX and I logged in with a wrong, incorrect spelling of my name with lower cases?
You hear what he's lying, saying that I would go on here and spell my name wrong?
Keep it funky. When you sign up for an account, it's funny how he can make an account on this website when he couldn't make an account on the Torah Nights website. I found that very strange when he says he doesn't know anything about computers, but he all over these hip-hop websites. Okay, let's move it on. Now, when you make an account on a website, 99% of the time, you can't make a duplicate account with the same name. And caps don't matter.
Nah, that shit I'm saying don't matter. Look at this shit.
There's a pattern to the way this guy types.
Oh, that's a good one right there.
He uses ellipsis and he spells the S word S-H-E-T and he spells S-H-E-C-Z. I'm going to show y'all that too. See, this is what he does. He just customs.
Y'all see that? Small.
Go on social media and see people and try to attack people. But see, you don't ran up on the wrong one with ABT.
You don't ran up on the wrong one.
Oh, this is what he got on my Watch this, y'all.
All this guy does, sister brothers, he lies, gets caught, changes his name. That's all he does. He lies, gets caught, changes his name. That's his pattern. Well, let me show you something else that's interesting. This is another one of his videos. This time he's attacked.
If this is not Judah Nazareth, y'all see it, right? If that ain't Judah Nazareth, right? Why is he got his motherfucking wife name in that shit? How the fuck some niggas on some website know his motherfucking wife name? Said, I wish I was planking on this nigga's Z dick right now. Damn, I swear this is the only nigga that I would let fuck the shit out of me after most death. Hello to my boo Fitzroy. Sorry, baby, but I Sato ain't got shit on Hell Rel. I bet this cat got a long, bumpy dick. This nigga ain't a 2/3 Illuminati Masonic black demon. It's all Judah words. Hell Rel, if you need it, hit me up G. Armstrong Bergen, which is his real fucking name. Which is his real fucking name. Judah real name ain't on Facebook. How does this person, if this ain't him, knows his real name? His real name is Gary Armstrong Bergen. Not Greg Larry Anderson. Not Judah Natzarah. You see that? See that?
Yeah,
I will play your sweet black cock and my shit off your roll. I will play your sweet black cock and act my shit off your cock afterwards. To anyone who wants some head from 2/3 demonic wheat germ, hit me up at G. Armstrong Bergen on Facebook. Judah Natzarah is the name. And being a bottom bitch is the game. Yum, yum, yum. For man come. Judah Natzarah, y'all. But you remember, Judah said that ain't his name. They spelled the name wrong, right? Look at it. Judah Natzarah, right? Now, this nigga took it down. He took the shit down, right? But check this out. Wait, hold on. He took it down. You can't go to it no more. But I got all the screenshots, bitch, and I got the video live. I'm fucking Rob Rat.
Hey, maybe he is into them rituals. Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Look, I ain't done. Look at this shit here. Look at the URL. Well, let me see if y'all can see the URL.
Look at the top of the URL.
It's a Facebook one, right?
No, this is.
I'm gonna let y'all tell me what it says. You see where it says SoundCloud.com at the top, right? Y'all see that? You see it on the screen good enough? Let me see if I can enlarge that.
Oh, yeah, I see it. I also see that brown skin nature boy, which is really messed up.
Yup. Yeah, why isn't it he names himself Nature Boy? And that's that gay dude that started that other motherfucking cult named Nature Boy.
Yeah, that weirdo freak with the Carbon Nation or whatever the hell that is.
Gay porn stars.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's crazy, man.
URL is Judah Natzarah. Now, when I came back, when Chris was tearing his ass up, I said, Judah, I got that shit. I got that motherfucker on a screenshot in it because I saved the whole chat on the messenger. I got that shit in the messenger. I'll show that shit on another show, maybe the next show or something. I'll show that. Where I'm telling the nigga, yo, you got Judah Natzarah on your Facebook URL the whole motherfucking time. Until like last year. He had that. I never saw it either. Until that day, I was looking at shit, and I'm like, oh shit, this nigga shit. And I was like, I'm looking out for the nigga. Nigga, change the fucking URL. Because you know you can change your name on Facebook, but you go to the URL, it'll say Facebook / whatever your name was before. Know what I'm saying? It'll say whatever your name was before. But look, but y'all might think I'm lying. Oh, Killer B typed that in there, right? Oh, Killer B typed that up in that motherfucker in the URL. Which is possible, right? A nigga can do that, right? Let me show y'all something. This is the spot right here. Oh, no. I think he showed it. Oh, here it is right here. Boom. There you go, right here.
In the chat. I'll let you online. I'll let you on the hangouts to defend your brother. I'll let you on the hangout to defend your brother.
Oh, talking some shit back there, boy.
Now let me ask y'all something.
Share this motherfucker. Get these people in the room to see this bullshit.
Wait, you want to say something? Or that was the video?
West Virginia General, goddamn. I'm roaring the goddamn flames today. I'm on my goddamn with nigga shit.
And as you can see, the title is GMS Homo Thug Gangster Rapper Exposes Himself. So you can see how Judah Natzarah is trying to turn this gay accusation around on the person that exposed him. He's trying to say that the guy from GMS who showed that he is the homo Judah Natzarah is in fact gay himself. But what we're going to do is start this video at 37 minutes and 52 seconds
And we're gonna let Judah Natzarah expose himself.
That's right.
Watch this. See, he on his SoundCloud, right?
Notice he's logging into his own SoundCloud profile.
Oh man.
It's loading up.
Nigga,
See Judah Natzarah.
Right? This is
So,
how
what did you say? I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you at all.
Oh, I said here he is logging into his SoundCloud now, right?
Oh yeah. I know his SoundCloud. I know both.
Now he said that his name never was Judah Natzarah, but he already changed his name. I already got the screenshots when the shit was Natzarah, right? But he already changed. Maybe I don't got the motherfucker, but I got the clip from this motherfucker. That's all I need, right? So he said that, and then go to prove it on his own video. See, look, my name's Judah Natzarah, but he forgets to change it in the description of his SoundCloud. So he changed it, then made the video and said that wasn't me. Right? Now look. Caught. See the little cat? Look at that right
Wait a
there.
minute. Look at what it says when you pause the video.
Call me a liar. What that say right there? Judah Natzarah in Tokyo, Japan, by way of Cleveland, Ohio. One half production symbol.
The two icons there, Judah
Production team Black Sox with Love Sugar, hip hop and some shit, right? Love Sugar is his wife. Remember, he used to make the videos and say video by Love Sugar.
Natzarah in Tokyo, Japan, by way of Cleveland, Ohio. You're busted, bro.
Oh,
You are.
Black Sox and Love Sugar.
All right, we don't show that shit, right? Boom. Get up off that nigga for a second. Get back on that nigga and shit. I got another one.
Yeah, when you're done. Whatever they get, that's what they deserve.
They go Neggy going in on us. But Neggy didn't say shit. Neggy didn't say shit. Neggy knew this shit was stupid back then.
Yeah, because I was under a spell. You got to remember that.
Neggy was like,
We all once was, man.
What he said, I'll curse him later. And he was like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? He said,
I'm just saying about saying again because it bears repeating. I would never want to kill myself, and I would never say anything quote unquote racist. So
this is he talking about when Shani out dumbass and shit fucking was making the fake Neggy Springfield fucking thing and put nigga in the shit. I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing, yo? Like, you fucking up shit now. Like, we keeping this shit clean and honest, and you trying to make the shit look stupid.
So hope everyone understands that the fake profile is the one that's doing all that, and I'm gonna put a curse on him. I don't even.
Nigga say you gonna put a curse on that motherfucker though, because Shamyam ass is putting nigger and shit in the motherfucking chat with Neggy fucking avatars.
I don't feel bad if they get whatever they get. That's what they deserve.
There's a fake Neggy profile. There's Chris Harris making a fake account under Abania's name, and there's a fake Judah Natzarah.
So he adds on to it. Now Judah gonna add on to it because ain't nobody made no fake Avania page. Ain't nobody made no fake Judah Natzarah page.
Video. My name is not Nazareth, it's Natzarah. So if you see a Judah Natzareth with a shield with no knot in the center, guess what?
Oh, man.
Megatron. So hold on, let me get this verse out real quick. So it's according to the Torah. Okay? You niggas is done. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 13. Yahweh, your God, shall you fear. Him shall you serve, and in his name shall you swear. So in the name of Yahweh God, God of Israel, they place a curse upon Chris Harris, Killer B, aka Terry, Lamar, Josh. Who else is a nigga demon? Trey Tail Thomas and his children. Put a curse upon those wives.
Trey Tail Thomas is his children. Y'all hear that? Putting curses on people's children.
Yeah, I hear that. That's totally crazy.
In Yahweh's name, because they're trying to cause stumbling blocks to the children of Israel that they may not learn the Torah.
Oh, really?
They're trying to call your Torah.
We're making stumbling blocks so people can't learn the Torah.
Witchcraft, we're calling it Kabbalah. And I'm teaching Kabbalah, Yahweh's name.
And then sit here with the Torah, talking about he ain't teaching Kabbalah and shit. Lying on the Torah with the Torah in his hand and trying to say he gonna use the Torah to curses.
He was our holy name. You stand by that holy name with the holy wisdom by holy Torah. And you place a curse upon them and upon their families. In that holy name, Yahweh has a name. In that holy name, I swear that I do not teach witchcraft, I do not teach any sort of sorcery or folly, which I don't even believe in. I believe in our holy name and that holy wisdom that you have placed before the children of Israel, that we shall study day and night and meditate on day and night. To me, Yahweh has a name.
Notice he said he don't do witchcraft. He didn't say that.
To cause the children of Israel to stumble with the fake accounts. That is Chris Harris, Killer B, Lamar, Christian Velez, Trey Tail Thomas, his wife, and his kids. Anybody associated with that group, may Yahweh has a name. Put a curse upon their family. Put a curse upon their jobs. Put a curse upon their houses. And for that, we're still not done. May Yahweh has a name. Really? Put a swift curse upon their children, upon their wives. May Yahweh has a name. May you stand by that holy name. Sworn my soul to you. And if they have not sworn their soul to you, Yahweh has a name. If you not sworn to destroy, and not together to do wickedness, may Yahweh has a name. Pray to be before their own head, and their wives, their families, and their children. I'm going to show you that I'm not going off. I'm supposed to do that. Just stay with me 1 second, for one. Oh yeah, I told you, stop playing. I told you, niggas, stop playing the Most High Yahweh. Go ahead and thumbs down the video. The Most High gonna thumbs down your wife. You gonna come home and you gonna find her ass dead, nigga, in the toilet. Head in the toilet. That's what you get. Nigga, you're doing too much. And Chris has, I thought you stupid ass learned already, you dumb nigga. The Most High already has it up for you, nigga. Don't try to teach the scriptures no more. Nigga, I like the name Chris Harris and his wife. He picks up the scriptures to mislead the children of Israel because he don't believe. We have people who know and who have shown that Chris Harris said that you are an allegory. Yahweh's name is the true living God of Israel. He is not an allegory. To me, Yahweh's name, he placed a curse upon him and upon his wife for him teaching falsehood and causing the children of Israel to stumble. Yahweh's name, by the holy testimony and by the Torah, Yahweh's name, may he curse Chris.
No, that's my shit. That's the video. You know how my shit was.
You know, it's super.
Hey, yo, man.
It's super freaky hearing that again because
Yeah.
it just sounds different now because I know he doesn't believe in the Torah.
You don't believe
Right.
That's crazy. That shit is so real.
And it's funny how it's funny how all the niggas he cursing, they getting blessed. He put a curse on me. He put a curse on Lacan. He put a curse on you. Put a curse on Chris. So all the curses sent up, you know what I'm saying? They ended up becoming blessings.
Yup. And
He
what
the one
happened?
that ended up getting cursed.
What happened the
Because
next
not
day?
long after that, he got sick.
The next day.
The next day, he got sick as a dog.
And he didn't have the motherfucking chains on him. That nigga took them chains off. That nigga only wear them chains a couple months. What made that nigga take them chains off?
Man, multiple personality disorder.
Yup.
Wow.
Nigga fucking unreal. Listen to this nigga.
I swear my soul on your Yahweh
Oh,
God,
this
and
is
you
great. Yo, this is the best part of that shit, yo. Listen up, Vanya. On to the Vanya. It's shit funny as hell. Come on with it. All right, come back.
Sorry about y'all. Shalom, everybody. Go ahead, buddy. So, I mean, my phone. I'm right here working. My phone's going down. I swear my soul on your Howard card. They use my voice. And I've already showed y'all that they got that out of the inbox. I called myself trying to fix our situation, trying to be a brother. At the same time, they were.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He ain't say a motherfucking thing. He just went on over there to Judah Natzarah, his bastard. That's all he did. He ain't speak to none of us about that shit. He a goddamn lie.
He lying.
Yeah. Goddamn lie. He swore on your Howard. But we already know about Vanya, what we caught. We caught that nigga with the pig feet and the poke chops and all that.
Oh yeah, he had the pork groceries on the grill, nigga. He had feet, chops, shanks, all that.
Liverwurst and bratwurst. That nigga had all the worst. Motherfucker had that morcilla, that blood sauce and shit. That nigga had all that shit.
It was in my inbox. When he did not know, I already left the chat, bro. He was trying to slander you because he thought you was still in the chat. When I told him, I said, brother Judah left the chat. We're going to continue to push to him. I guarantee that part of.
You know what? When Judah left, every time Judah got mad and left, the chat was beautiful. Nobody talking crazy. People going over scriptures, learning shit, and all types of stuff. As soon as Judah come back, chaos. Every time we talk about that shit. I'll find the screenshots. I'll get screenshots of the Facebook Messenger and shit. A motherfucker saying that. Like, damn, this shit was straight. So this nigga got back at me.
My voice they used on that video was just the part where you said you left. I guarantee you, bro. I put my soul on the Howard card. That's 4 times I've done that online. But the customer, like I said, hey, well, yeah, I'm here working. It's kind of wild. Go ahead and press the.
Nah, he's trying to get out of the curse. You hear that shit? I'm over here working.
Just get it out the way.
See what the code leader does? He's trying now. Now, motherfuckers got enough money not to do no
so, man.
You ain't not. Yo, that's the best part. Yo, hold on. Listen to this shit, yo. Put a curse on him, Avanya. Put a curse on him.
Just get it out the
way. And this right here, y'all. This is man worship 101. This ain't got nothing to do with the most y'all.
Enter met the mouth of death. Yahweh come. See that part of my voice they used on that video was just the part where you said you left. I guarantee you, bro.
Wait, we missed.
I put my soul on you.
Listen, y'all.
So man,
that nigga said Baphomet. Listen. Go ahead, Vanya, get it out of the way.
Hey, working. It's kind of wild. Go ahead and press the curse on him. Just get it out the way. So met enter met the mouth of death.
Baphomet, the mouth of death. That nigga said Baphomet, motherfucker. What is that in the what language that? Hey, he tried to get out of it and Judah pushed him. Judah pushed him and shit. And now that nigga like pause like, damn, what I'm gonna say. What I'm gonna say, that nigga said, Baphomet.
Hey, well, y'all here working. It's kind of wild. Go ahead and press the curse on him. Just get it out the way. So met enter met the mouth of death. Yahweh come. See that part of my voice they used on that video was just the part where you said you left. I guarantee you, bro.
He did leave. He left the chat and started another chat. The nigga did leave. Left all is there. And the chat still got the same name he had when he left. Woo, shit, this nigga, man.
I put my soul on our card. That's 4 times I've done that online.
Let the cut
So like I said,
Hey, well, yeah, I'm here working. It's kind of wild. Go ahead and press the cuss on him. Just get it out the way.
so met. Two, so enter, met, the mouth of death. The hour card. Y'all niggas putting, using. Me to slander my brother.
All right, my bad. I'm back. It said that motherfucker. That nigga said, "Bah, so that." Listen to what this nigga said, yo. Y'all hear me, right?
Yeah, I'm hearing you good. I'm hearing you good.
Push a death prayer on all you niggas. And when I so met, two, so enter, met, the mouth of death. The hour card. Y'all niggas putting, using me to slander my brother and trying to make me look bad. I wish a death prayer on all you niggas. And when I get off work.
Now, these are Torah observers. Judah's supposed to be a priest of Israel, right? Now, show me in the law, anybody out there listening, show me in the law where a person lying deserves death. Which we weren't lying. This nigga, ain't nobody took no clip of his voice and try to say Judah left. Ain't nobody did that shit. Right? Shamian did that dumb shit with Nagy and shit, right? Now, and I got on his ass about that shit. Now, they're supposed to be priests of Israel. Show me the scriptures where we supposed to die for that. All these things and shit, we supposed to be dead.
That's y'all ass, man. I'm finna get back to work.
Said when you get off of work, that's our ass.
My phone finna die. I wanna say I put my soul on your hour card that they use my voice, y'all.
We use your voice.
Good, no doubt. So there you go. Maybe how the name answer about his prayer. So Yahweh card, God of Israel, maybe how the name plays a curse upon Chris Harris and his wife, upon his family, upon Killer B, and his father, and his house, and his job, and his well-being, upon Chantel, his wife, and his children, upon Lamont, his wife, and his child, upon Josh, upon his wife. Do not listen to this. And the children. It's straight. The people call me to the Torah.
Mike, real quick. Feedback.
As you instructed, Kabbalah and Hinduism and Buddhism. So, I was accusing me of that. Maybe how was the name? You stand by the Holy Torah and the Holy Testimony. You answer the right.
But we got a picture of this nigga doing yoga poses. We got screenshots of this nigga holding yoga classes at his house. Baby yoga. We got pictures of his own baby doing yoga. These niggas is crazy.
Righteous party inflicts the consequences of the evil party deeds upon the heads, and upon the children's heads, and the family's heads. Yahweh the name.
You hear that shit? All the children and the wives, everybody gotta die. Everybody got to die, right? When and the ancient cleaner and ancient ties or whatever, right? According to the Bible, if somebody did wrong and they killed that person, was their family included in that?
Not unless their family had partaken in the sin. No.
Thank you very much. So
You
how?
understand?
That's why the next day after he did this video, he went on camera without the motherfucking chains, of course, without the motherfucking necklaces, of course. His whole face swelled the fuck up. Swole the fuck up.
Yep. Yep.
Get off the guy. I got another. Look, this Judah Natzarah. Judah Natzarah. Any of you niggas and shit. Did you want to
Stop
come?
the man worship, y'all. That was just sad hearing that again, man. The Vine should be ashamed of his damn self, man.
Shame. The shame. He ain't ashamed though, because he had them pork chops up on the grill. This what happened.
Worship 101, y'all. That's sad.
This right here is what happens when Judah Natzarah see Killer B coming.
What up, man?
Will.
All right. I see the screen here.
Oh, so I say, how the fuck Willie Grits get up with this bitch?
All right, y'all see the screen. Oh, yo, this is hot. I don't even have to open up my YouTube account.
Do you tell you to come straight home from school? Yes, Mama. But you disobeyed me, didn't you? Yes, Mama. You make me very happy. And you know what happens to children that make their mama.
I'm your daddy, boy. Look, I made you have flashbacks, nigga.
I knew that would be the first place you
damn.
That bitch said I knew that'd be the first place you fucking run.
Yeah, I like that son of a bitch. I knew what you were gonna do.
Please, Mama, I promise I won't be a bad girl anymore. Please.
That's right,
I won't be a bad girl anymore. Please, I promise.
No.
Please. Oh no, Mama, please. Please don't do it. Please.
So now I was getting that iron, guy.
Yup, get that hot iron on your ass, motherfucker. Gonna be coming with the iron and shit.
You crazy as hell, man. You crazy, dog. He used the good times clip.
Burn your ass like motherfucking petty mama. Shit, motherfucker. Burn your ass with the iron, nigga. Fuck the iron cord, nigga. I'll burn your ass with the hot iron. Come around this bitch again.
One of them old irons you got to put on top of the gas stove and shit for like 5 minutes.
Oh, I got a sub. I owe y'all niggas a book. I'll put that shit up in the link. This is what I wanted to play. I want y'all to take a look at this. I want y'all to
This is Rap the News. And it's most important that we talk about sociopaths. Because 9 times out of 10, you have dated one, you probably married to one, and we don't understand what it is that we are dealing with here. So you got these people who are, according to scripture, Satan's children. They lack emotion, they lack heart, they lack substance, they lack the spirit of God. They born without it. These people are called hollow. There's nothing inside of them, so they don't feel remorse. They're cold-hearted. They do erratic, crazy things. And most of the time they end up in the mental hospital, in jail, or dead. And so basically, you're in a relationship with somebody. When they get in a relationship with people, they're doing it to get something out of it. They're not doing it because of love. If you feel happy, they don't understand the emotion of happiness. So these people never feel happiness. They pretend to be happy. They know how to smile and fake it.
If you're crying at a funeral, they don't understand why you're crying. You're crazy to them. It's like, why are you crying over this person and displaying any emotion? They don't understand emotion. And so one of the closest people I can point out is Dr. Spock. So he only want to use logic. Sociopath. If anybody watched the series of Naruto, if you look at the character Sai, sociopath, you know, and a whole lot of characters are sociopaths. The devil was trying to show you his children, but you don't want to see them. And so again, you can spend 5, 10, 15, 20 years of a person being emotionally evolved. They were only in that situation because you took care of them and benefited them. When you no longer benefit them, these sociopaths will leave you on a drop of a dime as if there was no connection between you because, again, they are hollow inside. They have no heart, they have no spirit, and they damn near is soulless. You know what I mean? These are the people that's going straight to hell, I believe, without judgment. Let's get into it.
You hurt others and don't care. Because if I encounter a certain kind of person, and if I'm talking and I sense a level of weakness, I get kind of the urge to prey upon that.
So it's sort of a personality disorder where you're constantly at war with other people and your surroundings generally. So you see other people as your enemy, and you see yourself as someone who has to form alliances and break alliances and conquer territory, and you can either be victorious or meet defeat, and your whole life is basically a fight.
You lack any kind of moral identity and moral compass. Morals don't play a part in your thinking. You'll do whatever it takes to get what you want, regardless of the damage. I'll speak to someone. I won't really tell them much about me. They'll tell me about them, and then once they...
Whoa! Does that sound familiar? How many times I've said that on this channel? What they do when you come in the code, they want to know all of your business. They want to know what you're into, what your girlfriend look like. You smoke weed, you drink, you drive, you got your mama and your daddy. All these things. They want to know about you.
They tell me about them. I'll kind of form a personality. I'll exaggerate certain features about...
Oh shit, I didn't show the picture for when Penny was getting burned with the iron. That wasn't on there?
Yeah, that's kind of messed up. I don't think we need to see that. No, thank you.
She didn't get burned with the iron, but I got the picture that her ass is getting burned with the motherfucking iron. But damn, I thought I had the picture up there. Let me pull this shit back a little bit.
To leave you on a drop of a dime as if there was no connection between you because they're hollow inside. They have no heart, they have no spirit, and they damn near is soulless. You know what I mean? These are the people that's going straight to hell, I believe, without judgment. Let's get into it.
You hurt others and don't care. Because if I encounter a certain kind of person, and if I'm talking and I sense a level of weakness, I get kind of the urge to prey upon that.
So it's sort of a personality disorder where you're constantly at war with other people and your surroundings generally. So you see other people as your enemy, and you see yourself as someone who has to form alliances and break alliances and conquer territory, and you can either be victorious or meet defeat, and your whole life is basically a fight.
You lack any kind of moral identity and moral compass. Morals don't play a part in your thinking. You'll do whatever it takes to get what you want, regardless of the damage. I'll speak to someone. I won't really tell them much about me. They'll tell me about them, and then once they tell me about them, I'll kind of form a personality. I'll exaggerate certain features about my own personality to match what it is that they're looking to see. And then once I get my goal, whatever that goal is, then I'm done with the situation, and then I move on.
So the issue of control is very big.
You are notorious for being emotionally removed.
You don't feel empathy for other people's problems and only view relationships as a means to an end.
No, I thought everyone else was different. As a kid, I thought they were the weird ones.
They see the world as a place that needs to be conquered or is full of potential enemies that they need to be quickly gaining control over. So it's very much a hierarchy, and it's a big power struggle. So they're not at peace with the world.
A cornerstone trait of the sociopath is lying. You compulsively lie to get what you want and manipulate and confuse a situation.
People grow older and they experience that they have been in a lot of conflicts with other people, and they have destroyed their own relationships repeatedly. So they lose more and more people, and they end up sitting very much alone. And they also begin to learn that it's their own actions that cause all these rifts.
Like, why do you get so sad at certain things? Why do you get so excited over certain things? Like, it's not, I just looked at it like it's not natural.
You're confident beyond a doubt that you're benefiting everyone around you by your mere presence. Often, you'll use people and then throw them away when you're done with them.
I wasn't really able to relate to other people, and when people would get extremely angry or extremely sad, I would say as a kid more so I would actually get annoyed, or people would get overjoyed, and sometimes people get super excited, they jump up and down, they clap. As a kid, I would get annoyed by that because it's like, I don't understand what's the purpose of this overt display.
Whereas when a person is young, what they tend to think is that it's someone else's fault.
You're a skilled manipulator that twists and turns situations to your advantage. You also know how to seduce and charm people to your viewpoint and to be on your side.
I would outsmart a lot of my teachers. I would come up with lies on the spot. Like, I would come into class and my teacher would ask, "Where's the homework?" I would tell her, "Oh, my dog, he got rushed to the hospital last night. And we were there late until about 3 a.m. and there was this problem and that problem and that problem. I don't even have a dog, never had a dog."
They don't want to feel normal. They're in many ways special and needs to be recognized as special, needs to be shown proper respect. Respect can be very important.
You're superficially charming. Seeing other people as objects and a means to an end, you use your charming personality as a tool to achieve your goals, making your emotions superficial and shallow. Once you have them in your grasp, the charm will wither away, and your true personality will reveal itself gradually.
I'd like to say thank you to I Am Tetsuo for your subscription, and all you guys should thank him because chat got a free book. So I got the first volume of the Zohar PDF. The link is in the chat. Thank you very much.
That is definitely something I want to get my hands on.
Yup, I got it. Got the link right in the chat.
Cool.
I give you the link to get all the rest of them.
Cool. Thanks, man. I'll definitely click it.
No doubt. What did I do with my social media?
If I have something that I want to get, then I'm gonna do my best to get it.
In some ways, they can have actually been marginalized, and that's also why they might look for peer groups where their anger, their impulsivity is more respected and acknowledged. They're actually appreciated.
Emotional attachments with others have little to no value to you. You're fine showing some of your emotions when it benefits you, like anger, but connecting with anyone on a healthy emotional level doesn't interest you.
They will need to find people that they can sort of say cooperate with, that they can form these alliances with. They can be partners in crime, or they can do drugs together. So there will be this sort of attraction to people, to like-minded people.
I would say watch them. Watch and see how it is they react to certain things. See if they, are prone to outbursts. See if they're willing to lie to you. See if they're willing to manipulate you.
You refuse to believe anything is your fault. To avoid accountability, you blame others and project your flaws.
Nate, if this shit ain't telling the truth, I don't know what does.
Oh, yeah. It was hard not to think of Judah when I heard that.
Yep. Exact same, word for word, like.
It's uncanny. It gives me a creepy feeling because Thing is, Judah will remember things for everyone else, but he'll hope everyone else will forget his faults.
Right. Absolutely. He's taking tabs on everybody. Like he says, I take tabs on everybody and shit. Know what I'm saying? He'll say, but he really taking tabs on motherfuckers. I just like observe it. That's all I am. I just observe it. And I remember what motherfuckers say and do.
Yeah, same here. But the thing is, I try not to hold a grudge against people. You there? Oh, you had to come back. I try not to bear a grudge. That's the difference between me and Judah.
Yeah, like, know what I mean? I don't be holding grudges on motherfuckers. Just like with you, but I wasn't even mad at you. I was just disappointed in your ass and shit. I was like, damn, how the fuck you don't? But I felt that you did know that motherfucker wasn't right.
I would be disappointed in me too. You gotta understand that, because to some extent I was under a spell.
Yeah. Yup. And I wasn't like all the other motherfuckers, like Tom and shit. I was like, yo, these niggas is fucking crazy. But I knew you knew this motherfucker was wrong.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, Tom isn't even around anymore. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, right. He come around and say some dumbass shit. Talking about
The thing is, that guy is not good with money, and he doesn't know how to spend it properly. He blows it on things he doesn't need. Just not a very smart guy.
Nope. Like the time the motherfucker, he did a video saying how somebody tried to hack him and how smart he was, that he didn't fall for it, right? That they was trying to get his information. You know how somebody call and make up some shit and try to get your information, say, we'll give you some money, this and your social security number and all this shit. You know what this dumb motherfucker didn't do? Dude, the whole group laughed at that motherfucker. Yo, he's like, this is this nigga get, this stupid ass. He fucking made a video saying how smart he was not to fall for that college trick, right? And know what the nigga gonna do? He's showing the thing on his phone, showing all of his information.
Oh, shoot.
Address, name, phone number, all of that shit.
He just doxed himself. Oh my god.
Stupid motherfucker. That's why I was like, yo, he's the dumbass motherfucker. He ain't gonna get it. But you, and I used to stay on you and shit. I'd be like, Neggy, man, why you over there? You used to get mad. You used to be like, man, I ain't trying to hear that shit. I'm out.
I used to get mad because that's part of it. You're under the influence of a master psychopath.
Yup. And I knew, I was like, yo, Neggy's gonna break that shit. Neggy's gonna break that shit. And
I mean, that's the beautiful thing. I'm never going back to him, and I'm also never going back to any other manipulator in my life.
Yup. And I'm glad to hear that shit. And you seem like a happy motherfucker.
You know, I am having so much fun, and part of it is because I know it could all be taken away.
Yeah.
So the thing is, when I made that video today, I was having fun doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I do kind of sound a little bit angry at Judah. It's because I am a little bit angry at Judah.
That smirk you got is priceless, though. I'm like, yo, look at Maggie and shit. Maggie got the chest full. Like, yeah, motherfucker.
I mean, I really did feel like I needed to tell Judah off for the things he was saying about me. And I didn't do a 3-hour video in response, but I hit all the major bullet points. I mean, for one, when Judah was telling me, why am I using the name Nagy Springfield, that kind of hit me funny because I use whatever name I want to use on this internet thing.
That's it. It's good.
And plus, I pointed the camera at that thing I have hanging over my bed.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this is something I like, and I'm not gonna, change for you.
Yup. They want you to change all the things that you like and that keep you. They want to destroy those things.
Yeah. So I, even though I'm away from the group, he still thinks he can try to influence me, but there's no way.
Because like when I was working for all those skate companies and snowboard companies and shit, that was my life. That's what I am. Like, you know what I mean? And they was like, no, brother, you shouldn't be working for Esau. you should try not to work for Esau and shit. Where you could come over to, and I was doing my own thing too. And say, you know, you can use all your talents and stuff to push this truth. I'm like, man, fuck that shit. Where my money at anyway?
Yeah. In some ways, that's what they do. Yeah.
Yup, motherfuckers is crazy, yo. Let's finish up this thing.
Confused and anything is your fault. To avoid accountability, you blame others and project your flaws and shortcomings onto them instead.
If you are antisocial, you have a lower capacity for remorse, and some more than others. All of these traits have the common denominator that it's some people more than others. Some people steal more than others. Some people lie more than others. And some people can show remorse more than others.
I look at it like it's more so about your own safety in a way. If you're dealing with someone that does have those kind of issues, you know, they do have strong urges. That's where, you know, the observation point comes in, because you can't always perceive certain things like that based off of emotions. I'm really good at faking emotions. So you wouldn't, if you're going off of emotional basis, you wouldn't know.
Eventually, your destructive behavior, lying, and manipulation drive your friends away.
There are some people may be very low on remorse, and some people may have a better access to remorse. So that's already there. You got a spectrum. And like people with depression and anxiety, it's the same with antisocial personality disorder. That some people are more prone to violence, and some have better control of their impulses than others. So there's some core features that are alike, but each person is an individual, so it will have different different character. Each person will have a different character.
I guess trying too hard to feel like I was a regular person, and then it never works for too long, because in order for you to have people close to you for a prolonged amount of time, they're gonna find out that something's wrong.
You will consistently make the same mistakes and show no remorse for making them.
Because there will be times where I'm like feeling a level of happiness, like this kind of overt happiness, and then there would be just this deep depression where I don't want to leave bed, or I'll be intensely angry, or I'll be so numb that basically, you know, I wish I was dead.
Sociopaths regularly will have bouts of uncontrollable rage and anger. People regularly say you look and act like an irrational lunatic.
Because if it's something where I guess you could say I'm trying to be genuine, because I'm not always manipulating and lying to people with the intent of deceiving them. Sometimes I'll do it to make them comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm putting in all this effort to be something to make you more comfortable, and it's not received, that can have an effect on me.
You find yourself getting into
wow, that's deep. So he would switch his game to try to sound genuine to win the trust of the motherfuckers. Then he'll switch and play the other fucking role and shit and fuck the motherfuckers up. God damn. And there's people like this. Everybody knows somebody like this, but you might not notice it. You might go for 20, 30, 40, 50 years with somebody just like that and never figure it out.
Trouble a lot from friends or another authority for your actions, but you never own up to any of it. 12.
So say, for example, if someone came up to you and they told you, oh, you know, my grandma just died last night, you may feel intrinsically sad when they tell you that. You know, you may feel sensations almost as if your own grandmother passed away. For me, it's not like that. I won't say that I don't care. That's harsh, but it doesn't make me sad to hear that at all. So instead, what I'll have to do is I'll have to logically understand that, okay, this is an event that people typically get sad at. So I would have to find words of confidence to give them. You know, I'm sorry that happened to you. I know that must be hard. Is there anything I could do?
Can you pause that? Because that's really messed up. That really sounds absolutely crazy.
He looked like a piece of shit, motherfucker.
He does. I wouldn't trust this guy. He sounds like a complete nut job. Yeah. And I say that as someone who has a sort of condition.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's just, I don't know what to say. That's nuts.
This nigga admit to it. He admit to the shit. Yeah, this is me. This is what I do, motherfucker.
You really can't understand someone like this. I don't. I sure as hell don't.
That shit is crazy. He said, yo, I go to the funeral. He said, I don't feel like motherfuckers saying my parents died or my parents died or whatever the fuck. Like shit.
Yeah, he just said he doesn't feel a thing. This is
one time, right? This is right when I was joining IUIC. I never went to this class yet. But Labaka, Deacon Labaka, but he probably General Captain, whatever the fuck they call him now. The Haitian dude that said, "Oh, you're rebellion." That dude.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
I remember when he first came in the truth, where I lived and shit. When he first came, first class he ever came to and shit. I remember, right? But then that school broke up, and then years later, I'm on the internet and I see this motherfucker. I'm like, oh shit, that's Labaka. Like, right? So I hit up the school, like I sent him an email and I told him that I knew him and he hit me up and shit. And he came to my house, right? And when he came to my house, one of my boys that I worked with and shit, he was doing this distribution thing and shit, right? My boy's friend, he was driving by the house. He was like, yeah, man, my dad just died and stuff. And I've been chilling with this motherfucker for months, like every day, like all day, right? Get fucked up and shit in the office and shit. So he was like, I was like, man, I'm sorry to hear that and shit, like, right? So he leaves. Labaka looks at me and smiles. He said, one more down, I was like, God damn.
And you know what's so messed up? I know what he means. He's talking about the 2/3 BS.
No, this is a white dude. This is a white. So he talking about want to eat him right down. We got some more to go.
That's genuinely messed up. I mean, that's messed up anyway. But you know, it's just really funny because. That makes sense when you remember that that's the dude that said he was rebellion talking about Trayvon Martin.
Yep.
And that's messed up because he's saying that because he didn't surrender to the white man, he deserved to die is what he was saying. That's so crazy.
But Nate put all that shit in his head because he a cop. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to follow behind Nate, the leader, the cult leader. He became a deacon. Right in the beginning of the school when they first opened it up, right?
and it's so crazy that groups like that have deacons when that's not an Israelite custom at all.
Not at all. And these motherfuckers and shit. And like Nate taught him all that shit, but his story is he was a drug dealer and shit that was practicing fucking voodoo and shit. And I guess something didn't work right, and that nigga got bagged. And he was facing a lot of motherfucking time, and he prayed to Jesus and shit to get him up out that shit. So he was fucking with voodoo, and he prayed to Jesus. I guess the voodoo shit didn't work out for him, and he started praying to Jesus, and he got out of the case, and that's when he started coming to the school and shit. So, I remember he used to come to class with no socks on. Like in the school, you have to take off your shoes and shit, right? So niggas don't like being around other niggas and shit with no shoes on. Like with no socks and nothing. Like you gotta put some socks on or something. That's why you don't see niggas walking around with flip-flops and bullshit.
Yeah, that's kind of funky. Even when they're wearing slides, they'll be wearing socks. Yeah.
Yep. So this nigga will come in there like a true Haitian. Haitians don't wear that. Haitians, Dominicans do not wear no motherfucking socks. Nothing.
Okay.
Come up in there and he be in their class with his bare feet. And brother's like, yo, brother, you ain't gonna be coming up in here and shit with your feet out. They got out of pass, yo.
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't blame IUIC for that.
This is before IUIC. This is another camp.
Okay. I can't blame whoever they were.
Yup. That shit was crazy. Let's get this shit up.
Would you like to talk? You usually can't hold down a job. Rather than looking to help the company, you only want to help yourself.
My grandfather passed when I was I was 5 or 6. I remember sitting on my father's lap and he was crying. And I remember wiping the tears off his face and telling him it was going to be okay. You know, I understood that my grandfather was gone and he wasn't going to be coming back. But at the same time, I didn't understand why all the tears.
Any form of physical intimacy is just that, physical and nothing more. It's another one of your needs you have to fulfill, and once you get it, you'll hit the road.
It's not really you. Like if I like a person, me liking a person is based off of traits that I notice within them that I feel like would be basically beneficial for me going down the road.
Amber, see what your ass getting into? See that? You see the black lady and shit, that white husband and shit? And what Judah told me is shit, you gonna have him come down there and stay in the hotel room and shit. He's like, hell no, I want to be up in that nigga house. So, nigga, you would have sex with a woman and a bed that another man lay his ass up in. That's a dirty and nasty niggas are. But with
I was just about to say that's messed up. You know, I can't even imagine that.
That's nasty. A nigga busting his nuts all up in the bed, and you want to jump up in that same bed with some chick.
I can't even wrap my mind around that. Yeah, no, thank you.
That shit crazy. And so Amber could get a divorce and spend up all that motherfucking divorce money and shit with Judah Natzarah. And Judah Natzarah have a way to come back here, or he get Amber to get the money and bring it to Japan. And then she be trapped there with his ass. And when all the money gone, he'll start acting crazy. Just like he did before. All the other times. Saying all types of shit about Amber. But you know what? Amber, old dumbass, is right back over there. She'll learn. She'll learn. When that nigga starts saying that shit again, don't bring your ass over here. Do not bring your ass over here. And I do your worst. That motherfucker. I do your worst. I already told some ex-tour night members. I like, you go back over there if you want, motherfucker. I do that shit worse than I did to Judah Natzarah. Trust.
Oh, you know, trust me. Trust and believe I would never go back to that manipulative son of a bitch.
I told somebody that shit. They was like, for real? I was like, straight up. I was like, go back over there if you want to. I said, yo, I'll do you worse than I did that nigga. This for being stupid.
I just had to say that I'm not going back at all.
I don't think you go with that. You're having too much fun without that motherfucker now. That fun shit that hit your ass.
Now that I can make videos whenever I want to about whatever I want to, you bet I would never go back.
You saw what I said earlier and shit? I was like, yo, nigga, you should make some videos in Japanese.
Oh, I definitely do, because my Japanese is pretty good, but I may have to look up words at times. But the thing is, I know how to look up words.
I have that nigga. You make them Japanese videos? Yo, I'll have his ass all fucked up. For real.
Okay, I definitely will try to do that, because that guy does not. When he said that thing in Japanese, it's because his wife told him how to say it.
Yeah, exactly. He said, how you say this?
So I got him all burned up. I know him.
Yup. It's funny, like we know him, like me, like I've been around him for 7 years. I know everything that he can do.
Yeah. We can get to the end of this though, because and then we'll talk. Get to the end of this.
And I would like to explore those traits further. Like in a relationship, for example, if I meet someone that I have an interest in romantically, like I don't like you the same way, like, you know how people like each other. I don't feel any emotional attachment to that. So in order to make someone comfortable and lack of emotional attachment, I have to wear a mask. Like I have to remind myself to tell my family members I love them. I have to remind myself to maintain contact with my friends and things like that.
You're unreliable and flaky, bailing on others the moment it doesn't benefit you. Even after leaving someone high and dry, you won't apologize because you don't think you did anything wrong. If you're bored, you'll decide to stir up some drama between your friends to make things more interesting, regardless of who it hurts or the fallout from it.
A lot of trauma.
I gotta say, that's Judah 110%.
110%, exactly.
110%. But yeah, keep going. I just had to throw that out there.
I was like, you know that shit, Judah. He said, yo, when I made the video, that when I saw the video, he said, that's the first thing I said to myself.
To you, for example, and you carry that throughout the rest of your life. I don't know if you have a wife or kids, but let's say you go on to have a wife and kids, and now your trauma from the event that you had with me filters into that. Now your wife starts to get a level of trauma, your kids start to get a level of trauma, other people that are close to you start to get to a level of trauma. Anyone you meet, it's possible the same thing can happen. So I look at it from that perspective. It's not an emotional thing, it really is a logical thing.
In need of constant gratification and having little restraint, you love to go to raves, parties, and any place where you can fulfill your needs and desires, regardless of consequences. You often get drunk, high, and are a serial cheater.
You know, you would engage in illegal activities, for example, you know, and if you don't get caught, that's quite a rush. You know, it's quite a rush to not get caught doing something. That's things that I used to do, lying and manipulating people. That gave me a sense of power in a way, because, you know, I can't necessarily feel anything myself in a way. So it gave me a sense of power to know that I can control other people's feelings.
Regardless of what parents, counselors, teachers, or others did, you never changed. You recklessly spend your own money and the money of others. Sociopaths have been known to even take out loans, mortgages, and credit cards by forging their significant other's signature. You can't understand why anyone has a problem with you. Nothing ever gets through to you that you need to change or admit fault to something you did. Your first go-to response is anger and a strong desire to get back at them. You're controlling. Ultimately, all you
can you pause that real quick? Can you pause that real? That's Judah. That's Judah all day.
All day long.
Because when I left, you see, it wasn't a clean break. It wasn't I left and he was like, okay, all right, see ya. He pretended that it was okay, all right, see ya. When I left, he had to go against me super hard.
Yeah. Well, I didn't say nothing until I didn't pay no attention to it. That's what he said. And then the next video was on some crazy shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's super weird because he just watches me. Like, he's looking for content. My newest video is going to be on his channel soon.
Yup. You know, he looked at, I was laughing when I hit the live stream button. Soon as I hit the live button, I put the shit up, like the video up, before I hit the live, right? Guess who? He does it all the time. Soon as I hit this, post the shit up like I'm going live, he goes live. So he looks at what I put, like on there, and he just put up a top and said, oh, black, what did it say? I'll tell you. The video he put up. We might be the worst people on the planet. I see why God can't stand them.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
They see the same shit I'll do. He does this shit all the time. He thinks, this is the way he thinks. He thinks he can draw people from my channel to his. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers watch my channel. Like, you know what I'm saying? He think he can pull my over to him. That's why he does that.
But here's the thing: the people who watch you are not going to go over to his channel and become his disciples.
That's only like they'll only come from his to mine. Because they get like, God damn, I didn't know this shit.
Yeah, because some people are gonna get really sick and tired of that guy. They really are. It took me a while, but some people won't take that long.
Oh, let me tell you some shit, yo. One an ex-tour night that we dragged the fuck out of the group. Like, fucking Josh got on this nigga. I don't know if you remember him. I'm not gonna say his name. And shit. I'm about to tell his business. So I'm gonna say his name. But yeah, we dragged his ass and shit. Like that's the first time I ever seen Josh get mad. Like, right? We dragged this motherfucker like 4 hours straight. I think I might have.
Can you tell me a little bit about this guy?
He's an old member that didn't stay long, right? He was a cool dude. Like, he wasn't in there talking shit, but it was just the stuff that he was saying. It was on some coach shit. Like, we was on the coach shit. So the shit that he was saying was off topic from what we deal with. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about Masons and shit. And like he kept bringing up Masons, like, right? And Josh was like, "So what the fuck you saying, nigga?" I was like, "Oh shit, look at Josh," right? So I jumped in that shit and we just ganged up on that nigga. We dragged that motherfucker for like 3-4 hours. We sat right there and on the screen, fucking taking that shit. And like, yo, you saying this, but you saying ain't, but then you bringing it back up. It was kind of stupid. It was real stupid on our part, shit, right?
Yeah, because we were all under a spell when we were in that.
That was the first time I ever seen Josh get mad. That shit fucking knocked my whole head up. But fuck it, the dude, I ended up speaking after I left. He was like, "Yo," I was watching on videos. He was like, "Yo, like all that shit." I'm like, "Hell yeah, nigga, all this shit was going on." Like, right? Know what this motherfucker told me? He said, "Yo, he had his wife, right, had a kid or twins or something like that, and like they passed in the hospital. So they were suing like the hospital or whatever, but it was some big, like it's some fucking like crazy fucking lawsuit, like mad bread, like fucking like mad. I'm talking about millions, like millions, not no 1 million, 2 million. I'm talking about millions, like, right? And like the whole fucking like town and city, police department, everybody's in on that shit, like trying to level that shit out because it makes everybody look bad. It makes the whole town, city, hospital, everything look bad. So that's why it's such a big lawsuit, right? Know this motherfucker told me? He said, I was talking to Judah and I wanted to give him like $2 million.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No.
Said,
hell no. Don't ever give anything to Judah like that. That scares me. That scares the shit out of me.
But Judah be talking all the time. No, I don't be asking for no money and shit. This nigga said he was gonna give you $2 million motherfucking.
Yeah. Like, I'm glad that didn't happen.
Yup. I wised him up. He wised up to the shit. He was like, I'm glad I'm seeing this shit now. Yup. $2 million for Judah to push the truth. And that's how crazy our asses is. I wanted the crazy motherfucker. I was one of them.
I can definitely see how my mind would have perceived that, but yeah, that's absolutely nuts.
I put a good $4,000 and fucking time and fucking shit and doing websites, trying to do websites for the group. That would really piss me off. Shit. I'm like, yo, I'm doing this shit to make the group better, for people to learn. The motherfuckers are tired of you fucking saying all that dumb gay shit before your videos. And so, like, you can put that shit on here. Nobody can take down the videos because of your own website and all this shit. You saw what I was doing and shit.
I do remember that. But you know what makes that even crazier? You know what's crazy about all this? The people that follow Judah now don't even care about any of that stuff.
They don't. They blind. Motherfuckers is like
they're not interested in the stuff that Judah was teaching early on. They're interested in nothing.
Yeah. Like SOJ, you quoting scriptures that ain't got nothing to do with what we're talking about and shit.
Those guys are so basic that when they drop off, they're gonna hit Judah really hard, but they're not gonna have any substance.
Right. Cause they ain't gonna really like know nothing that's going on. They ain't gonna really know nothing, like, you know what I mean? Like, just like how we were when Quinai dropped out. We didn't know those videos that Quinai was watching. I didn't know them shits until I left Tour Nights, and I'm looking at Quinai videos. I'm like, well, goddamn, Quinai knew all this shit the whole damn nine in the beginning.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though
Kana knows how to do a lot of work, but the thing is, he's a cult leader just like Judah.
Yeah, just like him. And that's why he spilled the beans, because he was mad at Judah. Because it's supposed to be him and Judah. And Quinai said he caught Judah. That's what Quinai said. And Judah got the whole shit, like, know what I mean? To make this shit happen. Like, nobody gonna watch Quinai weird looking ass and shit. They're gonna watch Judah Natzarah weird looking ass with all the stupid shit he was saying. So Judah wanted to be the front man. Because I remember when Quinai left, Quinai got mad because Judah was trying to push him out of the way. Because I remember the video like it was yesterday. I might have that video saved. He said, man, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with Quinai and shit. Like, he's falling off and shit. And Quinai was like, what? He said, nigga, I'll be battling these motherfuckers every day in the fucking comment board. Where the fuck you be at? Right? And I was like, weird.
And you know, it's kind of funny. Judah didn't do Quinai as bad as he did me.
Nah, not at all. But what Judah did with Quinai, because he couldn't fuck with Quinai, he put Rob Rack on Quinai.
Yeah, I remember. And Rob Rack is not that deep. Rob Rack is like a shallow pool of pee.
Because like Quinai would have did just like what your ass is doing to him. If like, you know what I mean? He had to keep Quinai busy. Now listen to this, what he was doing. When Chris left, when I came back, I did all that shit. I shut that shit down with Chris. I shut that motherfucking shit down. But fucking, when Chris was coming back, I was like, yo, fuck you, let this motherfucker back up in this motherfucker, all this shit. Like, right? So, like who that nigga on that nag type shit? Like,
yeah. You know, it's so weird. Judah will let someone on his channel who doesn't even believe in God, as we know him, and he'll let any old wicked person on his channel. But if I wanted to come on to confront him, of course not. He wouldn't let me on.
Yep. So he gonna Chris comes back and Chris saying all this shit, yeah, man, like we buried the hatchet and all this bullshit, like, right? I'm like, nah, fuck that shit. I'm like, yo, you still got the motherfucking videos. Yo, I was like, how the fuck you gonna ask me this? The Most High, you take the motherfucking videos down, like, right? So Chris said, I'll be right back. I'm like, what? Because I was hot. You know how I get when I start yelling this. So Chris come back. He said, they gone. I was like, well, goddamn. I couldn't say shit about Chris. I had to shut the fuck up. I still had it in me. Like, I ain't really like the motherfucker. So I'm like, Judah, what the fuck you trusting this nigga like this and shit? Like, I was like, that nigga did like fucking repent and shit. Like, I feel that, but goddamn, we gotta watch this nigga. Like, know what I mean? So Judah's like, don't worry. He said, yo, I got it all figured out. Judah telling on himself. Judah's like, yo, see, what I'm gonna do is get Rob Rack to go at Chris now for coming back over here, right? So Chris is gonna get at Rob Rack. So it's gonna be two birds with one stone. That's how that motherfucker think. So he played a divide and conquer shit. He's gonna use Rob Rack.
Yeah, that is absolutely crazy. I can't. That's nuts. I can't believe that.
Yeah. Yep. That's exactly what that motherfucker said. Now, this is a man apologize to you. They coming back, and now you plotting to try to destroy him. Because Ryrack had something with Chris or some shit. Because I made that video I made and shit. That shit shut Chris ass right the fuck down. Chris had like 25 motherfuckers in the stream. I made that video. The only one that was up in that motherfucker was Shamiana ass and shit. That was the only one that was hanging with him. After that video. I did the motherfucking videos. Oh shit. It was over. But fucking, we laugh about that shit now. But that, I was just like, well, goddamn. Like this, like I said, Rob Rack, fuck Rob Rack too, motherfucker. Because when I came back, the first live stream, these niggas sitting up there with Rob Rack. I went out there and flipped the fuck out on that motherfucker and shit. I was like, yo, what the fuck? I made Rob Rack to admit that he was a Hamite and shit.
Isn't that really funny that the guy that you see him on that live and Judah was hanging with him, but that was the start of it. That was the start of Judah hanging out with people that aren't right.
Yup. Exactly. This motherfucker was something else, man. Like, he will always be plotting, just like I said now. He want to say my name now, so everybody will pay attention to me and not you. But oh no, it's not gonna work like that. It's not gonna work like that. So he does that.
And of course, you see what Judah does. Now he keeps pushing the idea that I'm a creep, a weirdo, a pedophile.
Yep.
Like he says it so many times that it seems like this is something he knows to do to get people brainwashed.
Right. It's like the nigga put spells on motherfuckers.
But yeah, he puts
like motherfuckers look at.
But one of the things that really started to bother me was when he would make little statements here and there. Like he'd be like, "Yeah, if Nagy was around your kids, if it was a girl, they'd be okay. But if it's a boy, you're gonna need to have counseling for that little kid." I'm just like, man, are you nuts? This was the roast. You have to remember the roast of me. So he's saying this stuff out there in the open, trying to make me look bad, which I can't believe.
I'm fucking real.
It's insane. This guy would never do this before, but now, of course, he has to do this in his mind.
He has to, because he can't have anybody against him. Anybody with a contrary opinion, different from his, or telling him that he wrong. That what he said. Who the fuck is killing people? He telling me some shit.
Well, he also said Nagy can't tell me nothing.
Yeah, but it was Shalom Ak. But it was Shalom Ak every day.
Yeah. It was baby Babel Hebrew every day. On that, that peace brother type shit.
And that Shalom shit. I don't know who made that dumb shit up. Motherfuckers just started saying it like 2010.
You know what? You know what's so crazy about that? I know where they get that from, because they looked at the word shalom, they saw the letters, and they did what I used to do this all the time with my modern Hebrew dictionary. I used to look at the letters, and then I would come up with a pronunciation based on what I thought the letters really said, based on the baby babble. So,
but Shalom, the modern form of Hebrew, it's in the Strong's. If you look it up in the not the Strong's, what's the other one? There's another concordance. It might be the Strong's.
There's a bunch.
Is the they call it the Chaldean. It's SLAM. That's how we used to say it in the school. Salam with the A, no O. So now they can't shit. I looked that shit up. That shit modern Hebrew. And these niggas supposed to be the Hawa. Them niggas.
And the funny thing is, you know what's so funny? Judah roasted me for how I said Yahadawa. He said it's Yahadayath or something. I forget what he said, but it just sounded stupid. Baby babble.
No, Chris straight disrespect the motherfuckers all the time. Chris be like Yahweh, motherfucker.
Oh yeah. The funny thing is, I'm careful with anything remotely like the holy name, so I don't even try to, play. I don't play around. They thought I disrespected the name of Yahweh, but I didn't. I just said I don't want anything to do with baby babble. But that being said, I'm very careful. I'm very careful when it comes to things that might be perceived as divine names.
And I took it because the people that taught me made it up. You know what I mean? They taught me all this other shit. So I'm going to accept what they say, right? But then back in the 90s, I learned the alphabet quick. I learned how to read that shit quick. Like, that shit was mad simple for me. Like, the alphabet.
It's an easy alphabet unless you try learning the actual language.
Right. Yup. Because like I never even wanted to learn the regular Hebrew. I'd be like, that's the white man Hebrew and shit. I never wanted to learn it.
And once you put that in someone's mind that it's the white man's Hebrew, then you don't learn the diversity of Hebrew because there's so many varieties and spin-off languages that it can't possibly be the white man's language.
Exactly. Yeah, these motherfuckers is crazy though. These motherfuckers is crazy. So I was running with that shit, and I would go on Jeff Brenner site with the Paleo Hebrew, right? And he would have the alphabet. And that shit be different from our alphabet. I'll be like, all right, he got some cracking shit. But I'll watch his videos and just replace like what he's saying with the way I want to say it. Like, you know what I mean? So he do his little lessons and shit, how the letters like be associated with each other and say like the same letters that's used to make Oasis, it's the same letters that are used to make Camel or used to make something that has to do with an Oasis. Or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? I forgot what it's called. But Jeff Brenner has some ill-ass videos, but he was a kooky motherfucker too. Like, he came up with all that bullshit on his own also.
Was he like a cult leader?
Nah, he was just a big burly white motherfucker with a big ass beard and shit that was just into the Bible. And he just came, I think he came across the Los Lunos stone and shit.
Oh yeah, the Las Lunas stone is it's a favorite of many pseudos.
That shit ain't nowhere near real. AncientHebrew.org, that website's still up.
Yeah. And the thing is, the fact that these kinds of things are allowed to stay up is just, it misleads people.
But I don't believe I don't really like, now I have to do some research on him probably to find out for sure. But he wasn't on no like crazy ass shit. He was on Credo shit. But he wasn't like, you know what I mean, we gonna kill y'all niggas and shit.
Yeah.
Well, usually white people
The thing is, I'm trying to be kind of like not on some crazy stuff, but I'm always gonna end up in conflict with my former, Akim, former brothers.
Yeah, so you got the Ancient Hebrew Research Center. I ain't been on this site in fucking years.
Oh yeah, it looks old.
So, Ancient Hebrew Dictionary, flashcards, you got some shit. So you got the Hebrew here, Father.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna call it a night. I'll see you around, Killa. Shalom.
All right, slow.
Yeah, that's my new favorite thing. I don't want to say shalom because that sounds like baby babble. But anyway, yeah. So shalom.
Shalom, bro. Peace. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. Thank you, Springfield, y'all. Thank you, Springfield. We done hit the 3-hour mark. We had a great show today. Thanks to everybody that tuned in. Thanks, got 3 people still hanging in there with me. Shit. Make sure y'all niggas hit that goddamn like button, that share button. I'm giving y'all asses free books and shit. But I ain't gonna be just handing out books and shit. Y'all gonna have to do some shit once in a while. The last couple times and shit, give y'all some free books. But I'm still gonna give y'all free books, but shit, y'all gotta show niggas some love. God damn. Motherfucker, I spent all the time getting those motherfuckers. I got a lot of them too. I got a lot of ebooks. A lot of them. Good shit too, not no old bullshit. I got good scholarly shit. Like, so yeah, man. Another one down. Another one down. That's all I can say. Another one down. You see how this dude meant how he does it. You see, he got the V's in there and shit. So he was on some whole other shit. But these fucking nigga nuts, they'll tell you some other shit. Okay, let me see if we got the alphabet. Here you go, alphabet. So you got his sound, Abba, got the G, okay. Let's see what things are different. It says the ayin is silent. This nigga changed this shit. Because he used to have some different shit. He changed it. Oh no, maybe because it was just such a long time ago and shit. Like I was looking at his shit different because when I had my my ISUPK fucking chart with the alphabet, it wasn't like that. Like, you know what I mean? I see you got the sound now. It's just like ah, ba, G, the ga, da, the ha, wa, za. Yeah, y'all can check out Jeff Brennan's stuff. Chart for Genesis, Hebrew grammar. Oh, that's showing like a timeline, how the shit changed. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, I'll put the link for that up in here. For all y'all nigga nuts want to learn some shit. Nigga nuts. Yeah, and don't be afraid to hit me up and shit in the comment board, ask me a question. I always check the comments and shit. I respond to all the comments. Always respond to the comments. Y'all got any questions, any suggestions? You want to tell me to shut the fuck up? Bitch ass nigga. Do all that shit. Like what old Willie Grits would say. Don't fucking hit that dislike button. Go down that comment board and tell me why you're mad. I ain't got no problem with that. But yeah, we had a good show tonight and shit. I'm gonna make some shorter clips and I'm gonna put them up with Judah Natzarah and shit, so people will get. Cause you know it's kind of stretched out. Like so, people watch those videos, like the one that when ABD did on Judah and shit about all the gay shit. When you watch that, a lot of people don't get it. They're not really listening to what he's saying. Right? So I'm gonna try to make a real short one. It's like a few minutes long and shit, that gets right to the points and shit. So you get that shit in your head. But yeah, thanks again to I Am Tetsuo and stuff. Thank you for subscribing tonight. Because of you, everybody in the chat got a free ebook. So don't forget that. I think you might be that dude that commented on my Facebook post for this video. So yeah. So with that, I'm gonna head the fuck up out of here. I'm gonna watch a video from Tales of the Cult. Shit, this is another chick. I'm gonna put her. What's it called? Her channel in the chat. So you guys can check out her channel. Oh, Killer B, you're so nice. Shout out to all the Real Tour Night Masters and shit. Shout out to the Voodoo Cartel. Shout out to those bros. We about to get it in. The Voodoo Cartel about to get it in, yo. We about to be on and popping, like real talk. I was chopping it up with some of them today, man. Yo, I'm learning mad shit. Even about Nordic. I want Siberius to come on here and do a lesson on Nordic, like Pantheon and like the Nordic paths and stuff. So, because I was watching the video, they put me on to 2 YouTube channels and stuff that like real fucking interesting. Especially about that squirrel. I gotta keep reading about that. I like that little squirrel. I forgot his name. Radakar or some bullshit like that. It's a little squirrel and shit that run up and down the earth and shit. Fucking starting shit. That's my nigga for real, yo. I might change my avatar to the squirrel and shit. Fuck y'all niggas up. But oh yeah, I gotta put that channel up there. But stupid capture, fucking stupid ass shit. I hate this shit. Jumping jack tap. Oh, that's.
Welcome back. In my previous video,
Hey, sugar. Like she fine too, yo. Let me show y'all her. She fine too. Wow. Boy, Willie say, "Hey, sugar." Damn thing. Oh, going on? What I'm doing here?
I exposed Casey, aka Cassandra, aka Dana Chanel. I also exposed her father, Uncle Magic, the hip hop clown, and I exposed her husband, Donnell L. Lewis. Now we will expose the businesses. A Sprinkle of Jesus is an online swap meet, pretty much, selling things from clothes to kitchen supplies, notebooks to mugs. A Sprinkle of Jesus is more like an online swap meet, selling.
Stop playing this shit. Go watch this shit. You know, see the tribes for Voodoo Cartel. My bad. Here's the sister's link for her latest video she just put out. So go check her out. She got some good content too. I ain't seen her around in a while, but she got some good content. So yeah, once again, that free ebooks in there. The first volume of the Zohar. Thanks out to I Am Tsuo. Get the fuck on out of here. So get the fuck on out of here. And I'm gonna go out with 33 Birds. Josh.
Is controlled by my will. True, my will initially formed by my addiction, but now strong enough to dictate the conditions of fulfilling my needs. Is that abstract? Whatever good is in you, I will use for my sustenance and for you. You don't feel as though you haven't eaten in weeks.
Damn. It's fucked up, man. You know, cats always understand, like, I don't know why. Both sides, they friend. All praises to Yahweh. Still crushing egos. Switch goes the free throw. Strictly like heroes. Cold and dark. Medieval, rip your leaves trying to catch me. Blow chicks off the branch while they Nestle. Khabib when it comes to wrestling. Radiac on tracks while y'all search for facts. Never lack cause y'all give it. You malfunction like Titanic rivet. Yeah, I did it. Turn your biscuit back to biscuit. Tired of caring for nitwits. Sizzle up and crisp it. Leave earth in ditches. Call this relief intention. Rinse in the words and flush turds. Crack your teeth like nerds. All y'all is birds. Sword swerves into abdomens. Round you and you up like cattle pins. I thought it was about lyrics, not entertaining the spell. Niggas sell their soul for 3 degrees. Still got their motherfucking hands up when they freeze. Speak for the king, they want your belief. Instead of wisdom, you get grief. Niggas sell their soul for 3 degrees. Still got their motherfucking hands up when they freeze. Speak for the king, they want your belief. Instead of wisdom, you get grief. Destroyed my own, that's how I felt. Praising ain't about lip service. Damn shame, one critique make them nervous. Niggas is dried up like riverbeds. Deliver bird shit to their hands. Disrupt the feds, cause I'm fed up with them. What they gonna do? Remove me from pictures? Wisdom grows richer. Earthquake off the Richter. Dart penetrate the liver. Here's a lion. Initiate your dinner. Forgive the sinner. That's a real breadwinner. Children, team members. Blacks must become better swimmers. Mediterranean, yeah, it remembers. How can waters forget? Still catch fish in the net. In the way I jet. Text partner never recognized me as a gardener. But with their life, they want a barter. Niggas like to curse in front of the screen with their hands up, talking about Yasin. The God mean, smack down all you scream. Acting like you don't, but words sting. Niggas like to curse in front of the screen with their hands up, talking about Yasin. The God mean, smack down all you scream. Acting like you don't, but words sting. Niggas forget the Torah's inside. Within, they act like dead lambskin. Mannequin ass bystanders doing nothing while we accept the pressure of the struggling. Meaning y'all will do no good. Walk through the hood, cats get me down. Put the world on my back and stand on your lap. Cause you came off crack, that's just Jesus juice. Praise Yah, many have broke loose, yet many waste away. Still in the church to pay, or in a bootleg camp gay. Don't know what God you pray. afraid. Y'all got a serpent on the pole. That's why David fell in a hole. Even the ground was swole. Josh, wipe away belief, now you know. Day after day, it's as if we go nowhere. Strategically inject repair through sound and word care. Niggas sell they soul for 3 degrees. Still got their motherfucking hands up when they freeze. Speak for the king, they want your belief. Instead of wisdom, you get grief. Niggas like to curse in front of the screen with their hands up, talking about y'all sing. So y'all mean, smack down all you green. Acting like you don't, but words sting.
You can't kill what's dead.
But
Eternity's a long time. Get used to it.
All right, y'all. Peace.